And a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together we're Shaylee, and together we have got Pulte and a deal you won't quite believe.
What a price, and what a piece of kit we've got with the Pulte Forza Spirit. Take a look at the price, less than £100, but let's take a look at it in action straight away.
Absolutely. Matched our lowest ever price, but you've got to see what you're getting for your money, which is amazing, isn't it, Al?
That certainly is. 21.9 volts of power. That gives you results like this just here. Watch as I move forward and draw back. Look at how clean that line is all the way through, no matter what the dirt or the debris is on your floor, whether it be hard floor or carpet, the Pulte will do it. Up to 50 minutes of runtime. But trick up its sleeve that you would be loving is the fact that it will become a reach vacuum. Pop on one of those accessories you get, and now you can get up high to get rid of cobwebs, get rid of the dust bunnies, all of those things up high and of course down low. But even more than that, we can turn this into a handheld, and that means we can now deal with the crumbs from breakfast.
What a great machine!
We are going to have a really, really busy show. We've only ever done it this price once before. It is completely market beating. So we are talking about a price that we've only got for 24 hours as well.
Well, we say 24 hours or while stocks last. It's a great machine. It should be £249. That's our usual price. What will you pay elsewhere for it? Well, you will get it nothing like the price we've got it for at $99.99. You don't even have to pay that today because we've got PayPal Pay in 3. It means you can split the cost across 3 interest-free payments. Payment-wise, if you bought it elsewhere, take a look at these.
I mean, it is incredible. Honestly, exactly the same vacuum that we're doing at $99.99 you'll get from Pulte for £249. Pulte makes such amazing items for your home. Honestly, we are talking a product that will be 100%, I think, the best vacuum you've used. It's our absolute #1. Then you've got Amazon. I love Amazon. They do crazy prices, but £195. So still really just under £100 more than ours. And then House of Fraser, £199. So ours is half price to that deal, and Costco at £189. So they've got a cracking deal there from the normal price of £249, but still nowhere near our $99.99. We have got options in colour, but I do think we will struggle with colours. We've got the blue option for you, and we've got the green option. Green is always the absolute favourite, and we've got a little bit more stock of the green, but it'll be as long as stocks last.
And they do come under different item numbers. So the green option is on the main screen, 303389. Easiest way to shop is on the website shopontv.co.uk. If you want the blue option, details are at the bottom of the screen. If you want the blue, be quick, be quick, be quick. It's an upright, it's a handheld, it's a reach vacuum. It's completely cordless. You can use it on tiles and hard floors and laminates.
And it's got up to a 50-minute runtime. If you're looking for a cordless vac, oh my word, that is fantastic. And you will use this all around the home. It's absolutely phenomenal. It will be, I think, one of the best vacuums you've used for pickup, for ease of use. It comes with the parking station, so you can actually pop that onto your wall, perhaps in a utility room or a cupboard or something like that. It's great on the thick pile carpets because it's got a powered brush head, but then it's great on your finer carpets. It's great on all your floor areas.
All floor surfaces, but then it's not just an upright. You've got those LED lights at the front. Here it is as a reach with the accessories that are included. You get a crevice tool and you get a dusting brush. There it is as a handheld. Take it out to the car, out to the summer house. If you've got a caravan, it's great because it's lightweight and it's easy to store.
And you know what we always forget? It's completely cordless. There are no cords. It's completely cordless. You charge it and you've got up to a 50-minute runtime. You can charge it in its parking station if you like. You can charge it on its own on the work surface top. It says a 2-in-1. It's so much more. And honestly, hand on heart, this is my #1 vacuum. We absolutely love it, but to have this deal, you do need to check your baskets out really quickly. We're busy already. 24
hours or while stocks last. Got to show you one other thing before we get to Ireland. The accessory kit is available on a very special deal also.
Also a great deal.
These are normally £59 for the accessories. They're down to £34.99. What do you get included? Well, you get a mini powered brush, which is fantastic for things like the car mats. You get a second HEPA filter, so you can always have a filter on the go, and you get an angled tool. Those three accessories included at $34.99. Again, they come under different item numbers, whether you're going for green or blue.
That up top tool is absolutely amazing. I would pay $34.99 just for that. If you actually added that into your basket with your vacuum, we'd still be better than as our market beating price with you buying the accessory to the shops that we looked at.
Way better.
Honestly, absolutely amazing. It is an incredible piece of kit, and I know you are going to absolutely love this.
There's the up top tool.
I love that. Top of wardrobes, top of the kitchen units and things.
There's your mini powered brush.
That's
remember?
good for a pet bed as well.
Pet beds, upholstery is brilliant for. And there's your second HEPA filter.
And do your own research on HEPA filtration, why it's so good if you do suffer with allergies. It's absolutely amazing, this deal. So do grab the accessory kit alongside our 24-hour offer on our vacuum. It's only going to be as long as stocks last. Sadly, we haven't got as much stock as we would like with the accessories as well. But something else that we've got on the show, which is already busy, and it is the price. This is an amazing steam generator iron at a price we can't believe.
And again, it's from Pulte. The quality is fantastic. This is the iron that we've got at home. It's a steam generator iron for £79. 318498. When you see this in action, well, there's so many features here when it comes to our iron. It's got a rapid 2-minute heat up, a 1.5 litre detachable water tank, 6.5 bar pressure.
That's amazing for under £80.
£79. You don't even have to pay that with PayPal paying 3. You've got 3 interest-free payments if you're buying online.
And if you've never used a steam generator, it actually can halve your ironing time. Honestly, I'm blown away. We did not pay £79 for our iron, but I would have bought it time and time and time again. Grab that while the stock is there. Hopefully we'll have a chance to demonstrate that, but again, as long as stocks last with these prices. But let's get back to what is absolutely flying off the shelf, which is our brilliant Forza vacuum. Busy, busy, busy. So get that iron in your basket, check that iron out. But Alan,
morning.
Good morning.
Hello, hello.
Oh my word.
I know. So I've got to tell the viewers at home, if you don't mind, a little story, okay? Yesterday, we were working together up in Warrington doing some pre-records. And the guy said, oh, tomorrow night we're together, aren't we? And I went, yes, we are. And they said, it is the Slim, isn't it? I went, yes. And they went, yes! They were so excited. They love this Slim vacuum.
Yeah.
It is a brilliant
I think it's one of the absolute #1 vacuums out of all the vacuums we've sold over all the years.
And we've only ever done it at this price once before.
It is just unbelievable at that price. When we spoke about that yesterday too, the excitement levels went even higher. So let me tell you something first and foremostly off the bat. Please don't think of this machine as a machine that you're paying £100 for, or less than £100, because you'll be thinking you're getting something substandard. What you've got to think about is a machine that actually is worth £249, and then you'll be getting the quality, because you can't feel that. The handle, the way it's finished, the weight of the machine, the HEPA 10 filter, cyclonic action inside this, the powered brush bar, up to 50 minutes runtime, 21.9 volts of all those things.
There's so many
and it's Pulte. So you know you've got absolute quality, but also great customer service as well.
Oh, unbelievable. It really is. Pulte will come to your house and take it away to make sure they fix it for you. If they can't fix it, they'll replace it. They are extraordinary.
The warranty is amazing, 2-year warranty.
It is brilliant, 2 years. And here's the thing, right? It's all well and good to say all of that stuff, but we need to see it and see it up. Now watch, here's what I love to do. So I've got lots of stuff down here. I've got salt first, okay? Now I'm going to say it's a nice quiet vacuum too. So when I move forward and I'm going to stop there and draw back, look at how clean that line is. That, by the way, is lit up by those LED lights. It reminds me of the front of Kit in Knight Rider. Now let me come to the heavy dust just here and stop and draw back.
Brilliant.
Look at how clean that line is. Now again, something you'd spill at home is tea. Just have a look there at that and how clean that line is.
A lot of vacuums will blow tea around, you know, those lighter things, but you can see how it's picking that up. Those lights are great. My mum was like, what's it got lights for, when we swapped her for a cordless vacuum? And then the next day she was like, they're brilliant. When you go around the back of a door or under a bed or something like that, or if the lights just aren't great in the house, you can see the dirt.
Well, you know, one of the things that I've been working with most of my career, doing this job for about 24, 25 years, is vacuums. It's my specialist. And I love vacuums, and I actually get excited about them, right? Here's the thing. When I turn around and I use a vacuum, and then if I get sent one and they say, Al, can you test this for us? And I use it and I go, it's got no light on it. And then I realized, I go, oh, it really is a big disadvantage not having a light. It really is.
Brilliant.
But as I showed you earlier, right, you get those two little tools, the small crevice tool and the brush with it. But here's the brilliant thing, okay? So we show you this in just a second, okay? I want to show you this goes onto the handheld bit. But by putting on that little brush just here, clicks into place our crevice tool, and you can see again, it's slim, it's narrow, and that's why this is called a slim, because if you look at it, what it's designed to do is to be able to go between your white goods. Look at how thin that is.
I don't know of any other vacuum that's got the hose like that, which is so good. You can get between the fridge freezer and the kitchen units, or you can get on top of the washing machine and things like that. Places you can't normally get. It's amazing. Got to warn you, massively busy. The blue is absolutely flying, as is the green. But I do think we will struggle with stock tonight. We haven't got as much stock as we would like. And the only other time we've done this deal, oh my word, it absolutely
flew out of the door. So your main item in the green, 303389. The blue is at the bottom. 10% of the stock of the blue's already gone. So let's get to those demos out.
So when you have this, okay, now we don't have, you know,
a skirting board
and all of the bits. So pretend we're wanting to get into corners here. With the brush on, we can do the skirting boards and we can get down along into corners and awkward areas with that and using that suction. Now I want to tell you a little story here as well. I'm using standard power. If you listen to this, right, low power, high power, okay? So you can actually, standard power comes on straight away. If you want to turn it down to the lower power, you can do that. So you choose which power you want. But also because of this here, I can now go up high with it. Now the machine itself, even with the power brush head, 2.6 kilos.
So it's nice and light to reach high for cobwebs and things like that.
I reckon 2 kilos without that main bar. But just look at that. Now I can get up high and I can do those awkward to reach areas, top of the TV, etc.
Top of pictures, the top of the curtain rail and things like that. It's the cobwebs in the corner. Don't you be standing on chairs. Keep your feet firmly on the ground, and you've got your reach vacuum, which
Take this off, aluminium pole, okay? Take this off here. I'll just pop this here for a sec. And now we can put the same egg tool that comes with it, a standard, as well as that little crevice tool, the other crevice tool as well. I just like to use the one with the brush. So now I can do the breakfast bar, I can do the surfaces, I can do bookcases.
Under the toaster, there's always bits under the toaster.
I can do all of that.
Absolutely.
But watch this now. This is really fab for me, because if you want to, then you can put this on here onto the handheld, and now we have the same vacuum. Now remember the lights on the front?
Yeah.
And do you remember the power brush bar? Well, you still have the lights. You still have that power brush bar. Now I want to tell you why I say a power brush bar is more important, okay? So what we have inside here is a motor that's turning the brush bar with a motor, okay? There's the brush bar underneath here, the motor is inside here. A lot of substandard vacuums, if a vacuum has a standard price of around £100 or less, you very well may get something that uses the suction. So as the suction is drawing up, it will divert it slightly onto a wheel that looks something like kind of like a water wheel, you know,
right?
like
Yeah.
Yes, and it will go through that and spin that, and that will spin this here. But as soon as it reaches any kind of carpet or resistance, it slows down and becomes ineffective. But with the motor built in here, it keeps on going at the same speed, and it stays giving you the best power.
And you know when you'll really notice that is if you've got a thick pile carpet.
Yes.
And those that haven't got motorised brush heads, what you'll find is they're really slow.
It really does,
when they go over the big pile carpet. But actually, when you've got a vacuum like this with a motorised brush head, it copes with every rug, every carpet, whatever the thickness, which is brilliant.
And we don't have to change anything going from one surface to another.
No, that's it. Absolutely, just keep it as it is. You can, if you want to change the power settings, that's the only thing you have to do. You might use the lower power settings if you're going. Some people do a vacuum most days. I would suggest if you're doing that, use the low power, because it's going to be absolutely fine, because you're picking up stuff every day.
My mum now vacuums every single day. She used to sometimes use a dustpan and brush one day, and she'd have 2 big sort of clean-up days where she'll just grab it and vacuum, because it's easier than getting a dustpan and brush. She's not got to bend down, and then she just charges it as and when. But you could, when you've initially charged it, we could charge it each time we use it if we want.
Absolutely, yeah. And I will get to the battery in a little while, fully on that lithium-ion technology, etc.
Incredible, up to 50 minutes run time with this.
Yeah, on one charge.
But the thing is, and then if you are a less frequent vacuumer, you just turn it on, leave it on the normal power, because you're going to have, you know, dirt that's been trodden in, and that's why you have that extra power there. But of course, you can have up to 50 minutes with this, okay? So it is a long time. They reckon with a vacuum like this, a standard 3-bedroom house takes between 12 and 14 minutes to run around, because you are so much quicker when you have a vacuum like this.
Because you're not having to plug it in
so,
as well.
Exactly.
True.
You spend so much time plugging them in.
Yeah, because they're behind the sofa, the plugs, aren't they? They're under a table, they're a nightmare.
Now, here I have some pet bedding, I have some herbs, and then I have some salt, okay? And again, I just want to show you the effectiveness of this, okay? How brilliant it is, no matter what we pop over and what we come back from, you will see it pick up. That's a lot of salt just there, and look at how clean that line is. And that just shows you that the suction power on this is incredible. And there is a gorgeous clean line on that.
And I love that on that sort of floor, because that sort of floor often, you know, the dust bunnies get blown everywhere.
You get the scatter,
chasing the cat hairs and the dog hairs, whereas this will pick everything up. The nice thing is it's great with the thick, you know, bits, and it's great with the fine bits. It feels barefoot clean when you walk over floors, when you vacuumed with your Polty. Massively busy, market-beating price. It's only going to be as long as stocks last, I think, though it's only for 24 hours if the stock lasts that
Remember,
long.
if you do buy it elsewhere, you won't get it for this kind of price. We've got it down to £99.99. At Polty directly, it's £249. When we shopped around and found those other retailers,
Amazon.
nothing below £190.
Yeah, they do great prices, but it was £195 at Amazon, and then we checked elsewhere as well. There was House of Fraser, there was Costco there as well. All of them, you can see virtually £250 or virtually £200. The best price there, £189. Our deal, exactly the same vacuum for £99.99. And you can split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3. We're busy on both colours. You've got the green details on the full screen there, 303389. But there is a blue version, but that's going really fast.
Blue options available at 299041 is your item number there if you want the blue option. Both the same price, and remember to add in those accessories. Alan's come over to the carpets now, because it's all your carpet surfaces as well, isn't it?
Every single floor. Now, when we vacuum carpets, you'll see people going forwards and backwards, okay? And the reason for that is, and why sometimes when you go forward, just forward with a vacuum, it doesn't pick everything up, is because if you think of your fingers like this being the pile of the carpet, as you roll forward, it pushes that pile down and takes the dirt from behind here. But then when you come back, it pulls it back that way and picks the dirt from here.
From both sides.
So that's why you go forward and back with this. But let's see how we get on here with the Polty. So again, I've got some of those kind of what do we call these things?
Are they lentils?
Lentils, that's the very thing. That's the very thing. I don't use them at home, I only buy them for here. I always forget the name of them. So there we go. I've heard of somebody make a lentil stew before. Sounds very posh and fancy. And again, you can see that when we go forward and back, you can see how clean that line is.
And because of the power of this, you can actually get the stripes in the car park, in the carpet. Not in a car. We're not in a car park.
Yeah.
And you can get the stripes. It's because I had to buy a new car parking ticket.
You
That's
did.
It's in my head. You've got to do the stripes in the carpet, so it looks clean. A bit like when you mow the lawn and you get the lines in the lawn, and it just looks.
It brings
so
the
tidy.
texture back.
I always
to the
make sure
carpet.
when I do, especially the living room one, that I leave those marks when Ellie comes home, she knows that I've actually...
Sean won't let me walk on the carpet. Is it? I mean, it looks amazing. Don't go in there. I'm like, there's no good.
It looks really nice. Don't walk on it.
Sometimes I try to do it in such a way and leave, like, I cleaned.
That's it.
But a genuinely an exceptional one. Oh, by the way, can I just say to the viewers at home as well, if you did go out and buy one recently and you did pay £190 for it, don't worry, you've got a great
You
vacuum.
have got an amazing. If you paid £250 for it, you've got an amazing vacuum up to 50-minute runtime. Our vacuum, our first cordless, I think it was about £350, and it would run out after 6 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
And we'd have to recharge it
Yeah.
again. Honestly, to have up to 50 minutes is absolutely amazing. Stock-wise, absolutely flying. I know well over 10% of that blue is already sold out and gone. It's 10% of the green, which we had more stock of that, already sold out and gone. It's meant to last for 24 hours. We've been on air around about 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
So no, perhaps 24 minutes. We'll see. Well, 30 minutes.
see where we're at.
20 minutes. 20 minutes. That's all we've been on. So it is going to be as long as stocks last. And we're just hearing 20% of that blue already sold out and gone. So it's going to be as long as the stock is there. Market-beating price. Should we go on to the tard floor? Because I do like it on this.
And then I'd love to show you around the machine.
Yeah,
as well.
great.
So when you know you get it at home, you know exactly what you're getting.
I think on a
how
black
it
floor,
works.
you really see how good it is.
Let's have a little look-see here. As I'll come forward again, like I normally do.
Look at that edge to edge.
Just look at that. Look at how let me do that again now that you can see it. Forward and back. Just look at that lovely clean line.
And again, it's not throwing it everywhere.
Nope.
That's
These are
the great thing.
breadcrumbs just here. So again, I'll stop. and I'll draw back on the breadcrumbs. Look at how clean it has left that. Again, just pop down. And again, look, I tell you what I'll do. I won't even come back. I'll just flick the few out in the end. But just look at that. Look at the job that it's done.
That is
You
fantastic.
imagine now at home, as we vacuum at home, this is what we will all do. We go backwards and forwards to pick everything up.
Just so quick, Ellie's actually emailed in. She said exactly that, hasn't she? How quick and
really
easy.
simple, really
it is.
straightforward. The fact is, it is that grab and go cleaning, I think, that makes it so much easier.
Ellie uses it, charges it, and it's
it's always ready.
to go.
Yeah,
Thanks for emailing in. Good morning. Good to have your company.
Let's talk then through the machine itself, because it's really important to know exactly what it does and how it works. So I'm going to get down here and talk you through.
We'll help
So
you
first
up.
of
It'll
all-
be okay. I'm terrible. If I get down there, I can't get back up.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
Only very oddly in very odd positions. Do
I
carry on.
sometimes have to fall over and kind of roll.
That's about
Hands and knees. Yeah, Anyway, I just found out there's a new dating site for people of my age now. If I was single, of course, that is carbon dating.
Oh dear. Well, we did all right. 20 minutes in.
That's it.
So, LED motorized brush. So I told you that this brush bar is motorized, and I told you about that light on the front. And just to show you again, there's that light. Now what they've been clever to do is put an LED here and design that center part so it reflects the light along, so you get a nice covering of the light out the front. The brush bar, to remove it, it could not be any simpler. You simply press that button there and simply pull the brush bar straight out like that, and that's out, and then you click it back in. You've got those nice big wheels just here. Again, that's great for when you're going along on your carpets and your hard floors, because it makes it easier to maneuver. And again, then I just want to show you that it will go side to side and backwards and forwards.
It's
so you've got all sorts of movement in that to get any which way that you want.
So
Now, where it clips off just here, of course, you then have your aluminium bar just here, your aluminium pole, okay? And as we move up along that here, as you can see, this keeps it lightweight as well. We come up to the main body of the unit itself. Now, this is where the magic really happens, okay? Look at that, I got up and
that was very
good. Yeah.
Very
that was
impressive.
impressive. Yeah.
So what we have here is a couple of things that are really important, okay? Some things people are expecting, not expecting, but they go, well, surely if a good vacuum should have this.
Yeah.
Well, just to let you know, this is cyclonic, okay? And cyclonic is important because as it draws in the air here, it works in such a way that it fires the dirt around the bin, but it also pushes it down. It concentrates the power down. So as I turn it on, you can see how it's working. Can you see that being fired around? It's coming up here and being pushed down to the bottom. So as the dirt comes in, it's fired down.
And the great thing is, it seems to allow you to really fill that bin without needing to re-empty. Some vacuums we've had in the past, if you fill the bin too much, you can feel it
stops,
slowing
yeah.
down.
It stops the power,
suction's-
doesn't it?
Suction's not so good, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Whereas the
It loses
suction,
suction.
until that is full, it's amazing.
It's still the same level, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Well,
brilliant.
of course, if you think about it, they had to come up with something, because if you look at the bin, it's at that angle. It's not vertical, it's horizontal.
Yeah.
So it has to, they had to come up with a technology to fire that down, and that's why the cyclonic...
And it's good for Sean because he always forgets to empty it. He's a great vacuumer, and he'll vacuum and vacuum and vacuum with his headphones that phones
Keep
in.
going,
He's quite
keep
happy.
going, keep
But then
going.
he just leaves it. I go to use it. It's absolutely full, but he hasn't noticed because it hasn't stopped picking up.
Now, I'm going to take this off for a moment so I can talk you around here, okay? So what we have here is it comes with a HEPA filter, okay? And you will see that HEPA filter has got lots of dust and dirt and debris from what I've been picking up. Really fine dust and everything like that. Now, that's your HEPA 10 filter just here. If you go for the accessory kit, you get another one. Now, this is really important. You know, I'm big on telling people how to maintain
Yes,
things, okay? So what I'm going to say to you is every couple of days, or maybe every 4 or 5 days, I want you to take that out. There's nothing needed. You just simply slide it out, okay? And bring it to your outside, to the wall or to the bin.
Watch this.
okay?
Oh,
Watch
wait a minute, wait a minute.
Really-
We want to see all this.
Look at that. That's what HEPA filtration is all about.
That's
all
the
those
fine dust,
tiny
isn't it? Yeah.
bits. We used to watch coming out the back of a vacuum like an exhaust,
Yeah.
didn't we?
And you could
Because
be
the
able to
vacuum
smell
didn't
it.
hold it in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Whereas this holds those fine bits in.
Now, you can see that this is this colour. That will happen after use. But do that, what I've just done, every few days, okay? And then what you will do is every couple of weeks then take this out, rinse it under tepid at most lukewarm to tepid water, okay, and rinse this and clean it, okay. Now this is why we recommend, and it's not because, you know, we're trying to get you to buy something else, but why I highly recommend you buy the extra kit, because you mind if I have
especially this week, because you've actually got that as such a
huge reduction.
Price.
The accessory kit we're going to talk about, normally £59, it's down to $34.99. We'll pop the details on because most people are adding this.
And of course, just thinking, if you split that and put that in your basket with your PayPal Pay in 3, you'll just split $34.99 into 3 payments. You won't need to add on any extra delivery costs, which is brilliant. So I think that'll work out about, I'll try and do it in my head, £35 divided by 3. We'll sort that out. But yeah, you've got an extra filter, the up-top tool, and the powered brush head.
Now, the reason we say that I do recommend genuinely, and I'm really meaning
it's only $11.66 in your PayPal Pay in 3 basket if you're putting it in with your vacuum.
Not 1066 then on Hastings.
No, that was a different story.
Now, what I want you to do is when we take this out and you wash this, okay, you must not dry it over a radiator or in a tumble dryer or on anything hot, okay? You must leave this to dry when you've washed it, to dry naturally at room temperature. So the reason we say, because when you get a vacuum like this, you will tend to use it every day, is that then when that's drying, you've got that one to pop in and you'll carry on using. And then when this one then needs to come out and be washed, this one is already cleaned and dried, and you pop that one back in. So you've always got a filter. Thank you, Sean. You've always got a filter, okay?
And don't forget the other 2 accessories that go. You've got the details on the screen for the accessory kit. It's got the up-top tool as well. Allows you to get right on top of your units, perhaps the kitchen units, your wardrobes and things. And it also, you've got as well the powered brush head. Phenomenal value for money, because normally virtually £60, $34.99. And of course, if you're buying it alongside your vacuum, just $11.66 extra in your PayPal Pay in 3 basket.
Remember to go for the right colour to match your vacuum as well, because there's 2 different item numbers, green or blue.
And often, sadly, we do sell out of those before the vacuum because we've never quite got enough to go alongside the actual vacuum. So please do grab them whilst the stock's there.
Or what I would do is, if it was me, I'd buy the opposite colour just to annoy Ellie.
You can do that if you want. That's fine.
I wouldn't, of course I wouldn't. Now, let me tell you some more about this. So we've talked about the filter. We talked about how to clean it. It's really important that you clean your filter. If you don't, it will clog up and you will lose suction and you will lose capability of the vacuum. So please
just keep it clean.
Just tap it out.
And it's so easy to do it.
It really is. When you have your bin here, up to here, about 1.5 litres of dust just here, up to that mark, and then what you will have then is that nice and full up there, then you can empty it. How do we empty it? Well, I'm going to come back down to the carpet to show you that, okay? I said it was 1.5 litres. The 1.5 litres is the water in the steam iron. Is it 1.2 litres on this?
Let's have a look.
But let's double check.
It's plenty big anyway, right? So we'll check that. Sometimes you get too many figures in your head. So what we do is we simply bring it to the bin and we press this button here, and then the bottom falls out and out comes the dirt, and do that. Now, if you want to clean inside of here, okay, what we can do is we can undo this by clicking the little button here and lifting this bin off. And then what we're able to do is we're able to click that out, and then we're able to also click this bin out, so you can now clean all of the
I love that, because if you've swept up, perhaps you've got a cat and you've swept up the litter tray bits and pieces, if there's anything nasty in there, you can wash it and it's truly clean again, which is brilliant.
And then once you've done that, then pop it all back together and you are ready and good to go. Just clips back in like that.
Lovely.
Now, let me talk to you about this battery as well, okay? So basically what we have here at the back, it is removable, you can take it out, but it's literally like a phone. You plug it in like anything that you would charge up just here. From empty, it'll take up to, well, maximum 4 hours, but what Hayley said is absolutely correct earlier. Because it's lithium-ion technology, okay, in here, 21.9 volts of power in here, you can plug it in, you can use it for 5 minutes, and then you can stop using it and plug it back in. It's not going to affect the battery. And just as an added bonus, if we look just here on this part here, when I turn it on, you'll see those 4 lights light up to tell us that we have full battery. And as it's used a quarter, those lights will go out. And then obviously, if you're not one to keep things plugged in, my dad, ever so funny, right? leaves nothing plugged in. I go over there, and at night time I go to bed, and I'm awake and I'm wanting to watch something. No internet. He plugs it out, right?
Fabulous.
Leaves nothing in, right?
Bless him.
So if you're like that, you don't like leaving things plugged in. It doesn't matter. Leave it plugged out, and then keep an eye on those lights. And when it gets down
just
to
charge
1,
it whenever.
then charge it.
My
up and
mum
leave
just
it for a
uses
couple
it,
of
uses it. She watches the lights. When it goes down, she'll plug it in and charge it, and it's ready to go again. And then I know people that always initially charge it 4 hours, but then after that, they'll just use it and plug it in each time
you use
it's
it. Yeah, that's what I
entirely
do.
up to you. But honestly, the pickup is amazing.
It's fabulous.
And the fact you've got up to 50 minutes run time.
And what we've also got to remember is completely cordless, because we forget, because we sell these kinds of machines all the time. A lot of people at home still use corded machines.
Yeah, they do, because some people are a little bit afraid of changing to cordless, thinking that they're not going to
hates change.
Yeah, not going to get that power, not going to get that same performance from it. But you will, honestly. This is brilliant.
My mum, there's not a day still that goes by that I don't walk in the house and she's like, can't believe what it picks up. My corded vac couldn't have worked. And honestly, she will throw nothing away. And the day after buying this, we actually took the corded vacuum to the tip.
Got rid of it.
It's never been known. We threw it away.
And the great thing about it is, remember, it's a handheld, as Alan's showing us there. It's an upright, as you can see, it converts in a matter of moments, and it's also a reach vacuum, coming with a crevice tool and a dusting brush included for less than £100, but only for 24 hours or while stocks last. You've got 2 colour options. You've got the green option, which you can see on the main screen, 303389, or your blue option is also available. That's on a separate item number for you, but that is flying in the blue.
Yeah, that's on the bottom of your screen, and honestly, it's absolutely flying out the door. If you want either of the colour options, please grab them quickly. Stock-wise, I know we're well over 20% of that blue sold out and gone, and actually, we're over a quarter of the blue sold out and gone, and we're approaching 20% of the green sold out and gone. It's meant to be for 24 hours, this offer. We're coming up to about 35 minutes on air, and that amount of stock has already sold out and gone. I do think we will really struggle to have much of the stock left after the show, so please grab it. You will not be disappointed. You'll only be disappointed if you don't actually check your baskets out and get this, because when you get this home and realise what you've got for your money.
And look at the price it should be, the usual price of £249. That's what we normally sell it at. If you shop around, and this is what we do before the show, we take a look around. We looked on the way down in the car, didn't we? And at Pulte directly, right now, it's £249, and it's worth every penny of that. It's an upright handheld, it's a reach vacuum with up to 50 minutes of runtime. At Pulte, you can see there. Amazon, who do great prices, and it is a good price.
I had 2 parcels from Amazon yesterday. I've got a parcel coming tomorrow. They do amazing deals, but we're beating them by virtually £100.
£195 at Amazon right now. House of Fraser, £199. Costco, where you always expect to bargain, £189. With us, less than £100, but it is that time limited offer. That's why we can do it at this price. Stock dependent or time limited at $99.99, and you can split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3, $35.65 on your first of 3 payments. If you've not shopped with us before, the easiest way is the website, and then you can take advantage of PayPal, and it's ShopOnTV.co.uk.
Now remember, stock of that, and it comes with the parking station, it comes with the crevice tool, and it comes with the dusting brush. That'll all be included in your bundle. It's exactly what you would get if you were spending £250, and we're approaching now half of the blue sold out and gone. This stock isn't going to last, and I'm not surprised. This is our best price. We've only ever done this price once before, and we were blown away. We've sold this vacuum for many years. I was just going to say
exactly the same thing. We've worked with this vacuum for a long time.
Never done under £100.
No, and do you know what? It's always been probably one of the most popular vacuums we do.
I'll be honest, over all the years we've worked and all the vacuums we've sold, I had 2 favourite vacuums, and this was one of them, and there was another vacuum that I really liked as well. The other vacuum I thought was great because it was always the more affordable one. So I like to have the option. Now, this is better than the normal, more affordable one. So honestly, you have got such incredible value for money, but it's only going to be as long as stocks last. Most of you, as well, we're hearing, you're putting the actual accessory kit in with your bundle, and do that, because this is normally £59 and is reduced massively as well.
Yeah, this is down to £34.99. They come under different item numbers, whichever colour you're going for. So the green at the top, 865894, is your item number there. If you do want to go for this, what's included? Well, you get a second HEPA filter, which is great because you can always have one on the machine and you can clean one. Remember, always air dry it, as Alan told us. You're also going to get a mini powered brush. That mini powered brush is brilliant for things like car mats,
when you see
dog
this
beds,
in action,
upholstery.
Yeah, and you can see how it's going to be on your furniture, on your cushions and things like that. But in a pet bed, absolutely brilliant. And then the up top tool.
What is it?
When you when you see that in action, oh my word, it goes right on top of your wardrobe tops, or perhaps it's on top of the units in the kitchen
cabinets.
I know we've got some great pictures where you see all of those bits in action, and honestly, it is absolutely brilliant to have this bundle at this price. And if you're putting this in with your vacuum right now, it'll split to £11.66 extra on each of your PayPal. That's the up top tool.
Yeah,
I love that.
On the top of cabinets, things like bookcases, wardrobes, kitchen cabinets. There's your mini powered brush. That's going to be brilliant on all your upholstery. Take that out to the car and use it on the car mats, pet beds as well. You've also got that second HEPA filter all included at £34.99. Now this tool, the dusting brush, is included as standard that you're seeing there, alongside the crevice tool as well.
Ah, it's brilliant for that, isn't it?
There's that mini powered brush again out in the car.
£34.99.
If you want it in green, 865894. If you want it in blue, 450852.
Now that is brilliant. I often mention that, and I love the fact we've got a picture in one of those ceiling fans. You'd never get on top of there. You can get to all the really awkward places. Grab that, and again, as I said earlier, we haven't got as much stock as we would like of each of the colour options to go alongside the vacuums, so they could sell out before the vacuum. Pop that in your basket again so you don't miss out. Remember, all these deals are real special offer deals. Our vacuum, we're saying only for 24 hours, but vacuum wise, already a quarter of the stock of the blue has sold out and gone. 20% of the green has sold. Sorry, half the blue has sold out and gone. 20% of the green has sold out and gone. And we're only still coming up to about
just over half an hour.
40 minutes. Yeah, thereabouts. Honestly, crazy.
Now, something else that's already busy, we'll try and squeeze it in through the show, but this is such a great deal on a steam generator
our iron.
It is our iron. It's the Pulte Vaporello at 318498. This is a steam generator at a handheld iron price, £79. Again, usual price of £139, £27.98 on your first of 3 PayPal payments.
This is our lowest price steam generator. If you look at steam generators, they can be hundreds of pounds. You've got such incredible value for money.
2-minute heat up time on this, easy fill. It's also constant fill. It's not a pressurised tank, so you can fill it whenever you want to.
So you can iron for hours if you like. But remember, it can halve your ironing time because it allows you to iron so much quicker. You've got an amazing sole plate as well. And it's a cooler sole plate to a regular iron. So what you'll find is you'll save your clothes. You won't wear your clothes, wear them out or sort of melt them. And it's got 6.5 bar pressure, which again, for under £80
it's brilliant.
It's
also got an eco mode on there, and it means it'll reduce the consumption, saving up to 25% of energy and 27% on your water. 318498 is the item number, just £79.
And a 2-year warranty.
Yes, everything from Pulte.
It's £79 and you get a 2-year warranty. Honestly, as you do get with your vacuum as well. Remember, back to the vacuum, market beating price, under £100, amazing value for money. Elsewhere, you'll find it £250, £200. So you have got the saving. We've only ever had this price once before, and the stock is flying.
And rightly so it should, to have something this quality under that £100.
It's one of those, yes, I got that deal.
What a deal,
It's brilliant. Just, if you don't mind here, just feel here, that kind of rubberized handle on that to give you that nice grip. If you look at the ergonomic way that this has been designed, just here you can see that there is a little area for your finger, and I'll show you and tell you why that's important, okay? And well, actually it's not important, but it really helps.
Makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Just here, okay? So when we catch that and we're holding it, if I move, the weight is now transferring onto my hand here.
It's really
and
balanced.
it makes it much lighter and easier for me to hold.
Pulte
really is
take
brilliant.
years to develop products
Yeah.
for all those points.
Yeah.
They
It's
make
not just
sure it's,
something that
you know,
comes off a shelf.
Yeah.
It's
so
thought about.
150%, you know, everything has to be
Yeah.
completely right.
And Pulte really understand the power of their brand being on ShopOnTV
Yeah.
and ITV as well and STV. They fully understand that, and that's why
That's why we get this special deal
you've got this
that we
deal.
can't see anywhere else, obviously.
It genuinely is a great vacuum, and you all know at home, if you've seen me before, and you know me for a long time, I will not stand here and say and use words like that unless I truly believe it.
And you've demonstrated loads of vacuums, and this is all of our sort of #1 vacuum, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's right, and especially when you take into consideration what you're paying for this right now. You know, it's
My
just
mum's
mind-blowing.
neighbour bought 2 of these, and you think, why did she buy 2? She's got a B&B, and she absolutely loved it. She sold them to people that visit the B&B because she's
like, have you seen
like,
this?
have you seen this vacuum? It's amazing. So she's absolutely loves it. And she said, get me another one, Hayley. And I said, well, why do you want another? She said, I want one upstairs. And I said, but it's really light to carry upstairs. She said, no, she says, I want one upstairs. She said, one downstairs.
there all the
It's
time.
there all the time. I can
Great,
grab
love
it and vacuum. If I've just nipped upstairs, it's right there for me to use. And honestly, paid a lot more for it
Way
than
more,
you are
yeah.
paying today. Absolutely brilliant.
And you'd be happy paying more for it because
Yeah.
it's a great vacuum cleaner.
It's worth a 250 quid easily,
Yeah.
but you're getting it at 99.99.
Absolutely. Let's have a little look again here. So let's vacuum up a few of these floors, and then I'm going to show you with the accessory kit that we can do stairs and
Great.
stuff. So again, just look at that salt, and that light dust that's just there right in front of me is the dust that I tapped out of the filter before the show. So that is the absolutely finest dust that you could get. Have a little look. So
And that
let's
light
go
again
down.
on the front, Alan,
Yep.
just in case, because my mum was like, why has it got a light on? How ridiculous. And then she was like, oh, that light's amazing. If you have got a sort of a dark corridor and you vacuum 1 minute and then the light comes through the window and you think, oh, I've missed a bit there, it allows you to see all the dirt. But when you go under a bed or behind a door or something,
Yeah.
it makes it really visual, doesn't
Oh,
it?
you just if you have one without a light, you're fine, you're doing your thing. But the minute you get one with a light, you're
You
like,
said that.
makes a difference.
Yeah.
When I get a vacuum, because I still test vacuums for people, and then I get sent vacuums and things to say, well, can you tell us about this? When there's no light, I'm going, nah.
Well, yeah, isn't that funny?
To the hallway,
Yeah.
and you just go,
Yeah,
no, it's not
it
the
does.
same.
It
Yeah.
makes such a difference.
not
You can
the same
see
at
it.
all.
I mean, that is barefoot clean now.
It really
it's picked
is.
up all the tiny, tiny bits. It's picked up all the big bits.
Oh, I
Oh,
know
no,
some.
you've left one big bit.
I did. I left a big
Hey,
bit, and I
there we
missed some
go.
over here. That's my fault.
Oh, look at that.
Didn't go over that bit.
There we go. Check that out. now.
Look at that.
Where did I miss
Absolutely
it?
perfect. And that's what I absolutely love is now you can walk on that floor and you don't feel the horrible bits that sometimes
Yeah.
a lot of vacuums do leave before. You're like, I vacuumed
And
this,
I love the fact you can go from one floor surface straight to another, can't you?
Again, what they've done is, if I just turn this up here and show you, so what Pulte have done is, with the brush bar, so sometimes you will see some machines and they will say, oh, this comes with 2, it comes with the plush brush and it comes
Oh,
with the
you can
regular brush.
change them, yeah.
And you can change them over. But what they've done is they've designed this and angled these little bristles just here and made them the strength they are, the stiffness that they are, that it will work perfectly on your hard floor and on your carpets. And as you notice, as I twist this, you can see as they turn, so what they're doing is they're not just coming in and just sweeping your carpet, they're doing a motion like that. So they're actually moving out across. So it starts in the middle, and as it goes forward, it moves out across like that, the brush bars do. And they just get it from the sides and from the front, and then as you come back from the back
You
as
saw
well.
that
So
with
it's getting
the
it
edge,
from
yeah, the edge
360
to edge.
degrees.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's brilliant. It's really, really well designed. So again, let's just come down the middle of this. Again, pet bedding is something that we will all have. Well, not all have, that some people will have. And again, whether it be cat litter from my little cat Budgie, who's not in the good books at the minute. by the
Oh,
way.
no.
What's he
Yeah,
done?
he's well.
Oh.
We came back, as you know, we were up in Warrington yesterday,
Yeah.
and we left early, and about 7 a.m. and we didn't get back till after midnight last night. and he'd left us a present on the bed sheet.
On the bed.
no.
Oh, nice. What? How thoughtful of him.
Well, we think that he was going, well, where's Mummy, Dad? Maybe, and we said afterwards, maybe he was traumatised because we were actually gone for longer than we
That's
thought.
probably the first time he's ever been on his own that long.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So it was
Sean
really...
You
tends
should
to
have
do
brought.
that.
Yeah, that's what I do. Hayley leaves me.
I said Sean tends to do that when I leave him for a long time.
What a vision. Oh, what a vision.
Leaves me a present on the bed.
Oh,
No, not a nice present, not a nice.
But you know something? As much as shock it was getting on with that night to find that, do you know what? You just can't.
You can't help but love him. He's the cutest cat you've ever seen.
We brought him to the vets yesterday to get his microchip in, and even the vet went, "Oh my God, he's so beautiful."
Cutest cat.
Beautiful
Oh,
markings.
Maybe they say that to every cat. I don't know, but I was happy to hear about Buddy. Anyway, enough about Buddy, because I could go on for hours about him. I've got about 2 million pictures. So let's move to carpet, because that's important, because that's where most people will do their vacuum.
And I think this is when you realise a vacuum is good as well, because some vacuums without powered brush heads can really slow down on a carpet and won't have the power to pick up
exactly.
properly.
You need that power. You need that brush bar constantly turning. Now you'll hear as well these lentils being picked up with that suction. And again, remember I was saying to you earlier about going forwards and then backwards to get a good clean? Well, just to show you the power of that, and now you can see what you said earlier, where I came backwards on this stripe and I've just went forward, you actually see the two lines. You can see that difference slightly there. And this is quite a short pile carpet. So again, you can see that you are getting plenty of power, you're getting plenty of performance, and that really is massively important.
And that's because of the power of the vacuum, but also because you've got that powered brush head. It makes such a difference.
The power brush bar makes
down there as well, isn't it?
That's it. So even on a thick pile carpet where some vacuums can really slow down because they can't cope, this will love the thick pile carpet. It'll like the thin pile carpet. It'll like all your rugs. It'll like all your floors. We've got so many people ordering. What did I just hear then? We've got more people ordering than we've already sold. So it's gone absolutely crazy.
The blue option, if you want the blue, 3/4 of the entire stock, it's already gone.
It's a 24-hour offer, and we've now been on air 45 minutes.
So be quick if you want that blue option. 299041 is the item number. Remember, it comes with a crevice tool and the dusting brush. We're seeing it right now as an upright, but it's a handheld and it's a reach.
And don't forget, market-beating price as well. If you're looking elsewhere, £250, £50, well, 249 at Polty, 195, 199, 189 was the best price we found. £99, well, £99.99 is our deal tonight. So do grab it whilst the stock is there.
Now these are the two accessories that come as standard with it, okay? And of course that docking station which Sean has
love
here.
that.
And it locks into place in that too, you can see that. So when you pop this in, you would pop it up, and then as the machine goes down, it catches that on. Just release that there, if you don't mind, Sean. And it will push it down, and as you lift it up, it will come out, put it in, and it locks it back down, so it locks it into place. But these are the two bits that you get. So you get this lovely soft brush just here, and that's quite a wide mouth crevice tool just there with the brush. And then you've got that really narrow one there as well. Now that narrow one, again, it goes with the name. The Forza Spirit is slim because of the bar, the tube is slim, so you can get between, your white goods.
Would you show everybody that bar?
Because
honestly, it's so slim. It'll go in between the units in the kitchen. You know, you've got a pea or something, and it's between the fridge freezer and the kitchen unit, and you can't get to it. You try and get it with a hairbrush or something. It's so slender, isn't it?
And that's exactly the thought again about it. Rather than having the round ones, which doesn't. You can get in there. And again, I'll just show you something. Hold on to that if you don't mind for a second.
I think all the other vacuums I know, I've never seen a vacuum that's been designed like this. They're all round.
With that slim tube,
But if we look here, once we put on the accessory, you can still see how slim that is.
Yeah.
So you can still get into those crevices and everything like that. So it really is.
So that's you going into that tiny gap, or even on top of your washing machine. So embarrassing when they come and mend the washing machine, or they come and service it, and they pull it out and it's all dusty and minging on top, because you can't, but you can vacuum across the top, which is brilliant.
So again, with that on, then you can come along to those awkward areas. I need your imagination. It's a little bit like Jack and Nori here, or Playhouse. What was that thing called with the round window?
Play School.
Play School.
Play School, yeah.
We used to look through the broken window. So you can get in
tonight.
with the narrow one. You can get down in between.
Yeah.
And by the way, can I just say this to you as well? Should you then put this into handheld, which we know we can do, how awkward is it to get between the seats of your car?
Yes.
Now, we have that. You can get down there with that slim.
That's that slim design again, isn't it? Yeah, so all those nooks and crannies down the side of the seats, in the middle, in between.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's great, it really is. And then the handheld for doing dust and stuff like that. And of course, then remember, we do have that brush as well, which I shall grab there from you, Sean.
And that's a great, they call it a dusting brush, don't
Yeah,
they?
a little dusting brush,
instead of dusting, dust with this.
Here's the thing, right? You use, when you go in to do dusting, you know, your Mr. Shane or your Pledge or whatever it is, you spray that around and it goes onto your carpet, it goes into the atmosphere.
You move it around, don't
and then
you?
you get the duster and you do this. Now, I know that microfiber cloths are brilliant and I'm not taking it away, but still there's going to be an element of that dust staying or going into the room, okay? But when you use a vacuum to do that, it's a different story. Because what we're doing is we're using these soft bristles to agitate that dust and move that dust. And then what's happening is that then that dust, fine dust is coming in into the cyclone, been held in here. The tiniest particles will go through that first filter just here. And then what will happen is they will be caught by the HEPA 10 filter that's in the back of that just there. So it's not been ejected back out into your room. So it truly is cleaning it and keeping it as well.
We used to see that, didn't you? Can you remember when you had vacuums, you know, sort of years ago, you'd always see an exhaust of, it was that tiny dust coming out the back of the vacuum because it didn't hold it in because there wasn't HEPA filtration there. And that got down your throat, you could smell it, couldn't you?
You could.
So you're
always had a smell when they
vacuuming and
vacuumed
throwing out the
that.
tiny dust out the back, so you're still leaving it dirty, whereas it's holding that tiny dust in.
Absolutely. And another thing as well, I just want to go back to what you were saying about the smells from the old vacuums, because the old vacuums used to make this big thing about, we have a 2-litre bag for you to collect this, or a 5-litre bag. That meant that the dust and the dirt and the horrible bits were standing there for weeks on end.
How long has it stayed in
and
there?
it's stinking and
it
horrible.
did smell.
Whereas these, much cleaner and much, you know.
And then you can wash, like you showed us, all the body of the machine and everything.
Absolutely, and
It's a
keep
really
this
good
in
point,
pristine
that.
condition. It's great. But again, handheld, you can do all of those jobs. Can I show, if it's okay, because I haven't shown the accessories?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
do.
Yeah.
So,
Do check your baskets through, getting busier and busier and busier. And the accessory kit, well worth putting into your basket. Alan's going to talk us through that right now. And remember, it's only $11.66 extra in your basket. And it's, the majority of you going for this. Vacuum-wise, stock is absolutely flying. So please do not miss out on getting the vacuum. But pop this in as well, because even if you add this in, we've still got
way cheaper than what you would pay for the
better deal.
vacuum on its own elsewhere.
Crazy.
And remember those prices, if you do buy elsewhere, you're getting the machine today for $99.99. If you're buying the machine elsewhere, £249 at Pulte, at Amazon $195, House of Fraser $199, Costco $189. With us, less than £100. Even with the accessories, it's only an extra £35. So you're still way less than.
But remember,
buying it
only
elsewhere.
for 24 hours, so grab the stock
while stocks last.
is available, because I do think stock-wise we're gonna struggle, because we're hearing it's massively busy. The blue will be the first one to sell out. Over 3/4 of the blue now sold out and gone, and we're approaching a third of the green option sold out and gone. That's of the vacuum, and you can get matching colour-wise in your accessory kit as well. The green details are the main item there, and then you've got the blue on the bottom. Show us, Al, because these are brilliant.
And don't ask me to say how much of the blue one has gone, because it would sound terrible. It sounds like what Buddy left on the bed.
Don't do it. Show us the accessories.
So this here is your powered pet tool, okay? Now, again, a couple of things about this. You'll see this little area just here, which is where the motor is. So this is motorized. And as I turn this around, you will see and hear the two little electrical prongs in there that connect with the machine itself to supply the power to that. Now, if you do want to take out this brush bar, what they've done is they've made it easy. Look at this here. So all I do is twist. And it
that's
actually
really easy.
pops out. Did you see the way that actually popped out? So all I do then is take that out should I want to clean this. Now, if you've ever noticed, and actually I said this before to some people and they didn't realise, but you know these little grooves that you see in the brush bars?
Yes.
Of everything. Do you actually know what it's for?
Only because you told us. Yeah.
So that's where you get your scissors, and you put one bit of the scissors in, and then you can snip all the way
Guides along,
down, and then you can cut those hairs, and then you can take them off.
So your hair, cat hair, dog hair,
Yeah,
really easy
exactly.
to clean.
Yeah,
well, not your hair,
not
Alan.
mine,
No,
no,
because
no.
you haven't got that problem.
No, maybe when I was 16. I used to wake up in the morning, seriously used to wake up and my pillow would be just covered in hair. It was mad. It was a crazy time. It was.
I guess you had to be there.
That was brilliant.
Are we looking at the powered brush?
We are. So now I've put that brush bar back in, and now I put this in. So again, you'll see that power brush bar just there.
I'm just getting some strange visions.
And again, look at this. So
Gosh,
again, I can now do the stairs. This is the world's smallest stairs just here. And of course, you can do the riser as well of the stair.
That's the great thing with that powered brush head, because it's a smaller head. It's great to take it out to the car. It's great for pet beds and things. But small areas, you know, if there is a tiny area, you've got the right size powered brush head. And having a powered brush head makes such a difference.
That bang, by the way, I just made there was in protest of those terrible jokes.
Oh, yeah, I do apologise.
That's it. Of course, well, you know, you don't offend me, ever, ever.
Vice versa.
That's one thing. You see, we always say, the more you try, you know, the more you rip into someone, the more you like.
That's exactly
That's
it.
the thing.
That's exactly it.
Here we go. So have a look at this here. So what we have now is what we call the up top tool. So again, we don't have the, you know, the facility to show you it here, but I want you to imagine this on the top of your wardrobe. Have a look at that on the top of your bookcase. And now always what you can do then is you can just go along the top of it and take that dust. If you have, you know, left some stuff up on the top books or maybe a suitcase, you know, because you know, you go on.
In the bedroom, we've got like little storage boxes with certain things like batteries in, or, you know, light bulbs and things. And sometimes, if you haven't got something like that, you can pull one of those down. There's that much
dust all
and
flies
cobwebs.
off.
Whereas that, you can get up there and vacuum,
But
because you wouldn't do it otherwise.
It also angles, so you can get underneath, can't
Get
you?
underneath as well.
You use
so
it a lot like that, don't you?
Yeah, if you want to get underneath something, you know, you want to do a light fitting, or you want to get to one of those wall fans, you can turn it up so you can do that. But also then what you can do to cover larger areas, you can slightly angle it. Well,
Yeah.
let me angle it
That's
correctly
great
on
for
here.
cobwebs
So
again.
now, look at that, I can do that with that brush flat.
And it's a soft brush, isn't
Sorry,
it?
I had it there and then I moved it. Let's see if that's it there. Look at, there we go, look at that. One of the 101 when you become a TV presenter, trust your director.
Yes. Don't move until he tells you to.
Exactly, yes. Stay still. So now we can do all of those things there, cobwebs and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what that comes
And then, of
with
course,
that,
you get the
with
HEPA
extra
filter
HEPA filter.
as well, included in that bundle. Details on your screen. Pop that into your basket. It'll only be $11.66 extra in your PayPal basket if you are buying it alongside the vacuum. So it's a really good
Let's
deal.
get the details for that vacuum back on for you, because at £249 for this machine, it's always been a good price. It's down to less than £100. We've only ever done it at this price once before, and it flew out the door, and it's flying out again now.
Yeah. And rightly so. I mean, genuinely, and again, you know, look at one thing I would hate, okay, and I genuinely would. I would hate to be walking down the road someday and someone say, "Oh, you said about that Pulte, and it wasn't as good as you said. It was rubbish." I would be so
You'd
mortified.
be mortified, yeah.
I would hate that. And one thing I would want to do is, you know, I want to be genuinely honest, and it's how I see it, and I look at it from the point of view of the viewer. And that's what I try to do. So because I'm you, basically, and I'm using these vacuums, and
You
look,
thoroughly test them. And honestly, Pulte, brand-wise, is, I think, just one of the top brands in our home. And we've worked with so many different brands. We have so many
We've got
Pulte
lots
products.
of Pulte, haven't
and
we?
we've had them for years. They are built so they
It
certainly
really
do
lasts, yeah.
yeah, and you know, again, sneak preview. Yesterday we were filming the Pulte new coffee machine.
The coffee
Yeah.
machine, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Which
It's
is
available on our
amazing.
website if you're
Yeah.
looking for a
So
coffee machine. Brilliant.
Good. Oh my word, I adore that. Yesterday we made so many amazing.
Yes, you did, yeah.
Keep an eye for that. It's just unbelievable.
And Pulte been going since 1978, remember? And this has always been one of our most popular vacuums that we've ever sold. But again, at this price, it doesn't come around at this price very often. $99.99.
We've only ever done it once before at this deal. Honestly, phenomenal value for money. Comes with the parking station. You could put that into a utility room or into a cupboard, so you can just hook it up. And then remember that powered brush head, lights so you can see under the bed, around the corners of doors and things. But then you've got the powered brush head, so whatever and however thick your carpet your rug is, it will cope with it.
It's so lightweight as well, so if you struggle with a big, heavy corded vacuum, this could be the replacement for you. It's only 2.6 kilos in weight. For carpets, for tiles, for hard floors, for laminates, upright, handheld, reach vacuum. It comes with the crevice tool and the dusting brush that you see in this little clip included, and the docking station that you can see there. So if you've got a utility room, you could just store it in there, maybe even in the garage if you wanted to. But the other thing I think we've got to reiterate, completely cordless. You don't have to plug it in.
You're not tripping over a wire. You're not looking for plugs and all the plugs are full, or the plug's right behind the back of the sofa, or it's behind the bed, or it's behind the table. You're moving things to get to a plug. It's completely cordless. Up to 50 minutes, which is amazing runtime on a full charge, which is incredible. Our first cordless vacuum used to run out in 6 minutes, didn't it, if we had it on full power? And honestly, it drove you mad. It never lasted. Whereas 50 minutes, you know you can use this time and time and time again before you need to recharge it. Or you can use it and recharge it each time as you go, if you like.
However it works for you. Super lightweight, as I was saying, 2.6 kilos. The fact it's the slim with that slim pole that you can see there, so you can get into all those nooks and crannies, can't you?
You know that area between the fridge freezer and the white goods, or your white goods and your kitchen units. There's always something down there, isn't there? An old pea or something, and you can't get it. You're on your hands and knees trying to get it with an old ruler or something. This allows you to get into all those awkward areas, and on top of your washing machine and things, or under the fridge freezer, especially with that crevice tool that comes alongside it, because that's super slim as well. And you get the crevice tool, dusting brush and the parking station. What you're getting today you can buy elsewhere, but you will pay £200 on a whole, £250 actually if you're going to Pulte themselves. And our regular price normally £249, the same as Pulte. Amazon £195. They do amazing deals, but still nowhere near our price. House of Fraser £199, and Costco there £189. So we've a really good deal from £189 down from £249. But our price, far beyond any of those deals at $99.99. You have got such incredible value for money, and you're realising that because the stock is going.
303389 is your item number for that green option. Approaching a third of the stock in the green. However, in the blue, we were concerned about the blue stock. We're approaching limited stock there. So if you want the blue option, and it's the same performance, green or blue, but if you want the blue option, we'll just show you the actual item number, 299041. Make sure you add in the accessory kit for that extra amount.
And don't forget, can I just say, when we're approaching limited stock, before you know it, more people will be ordering than stock is available. That is the sad thing. So all of a sudden we get down to the a limited amount of stock, then all of a sudden more people are trying to order. It's hours until you check your basket out. So sadly, if we've got 5 left, 505 people can put it in their basket, but it'll only be the first 5 people that check out that get it. So do check your baskets out on those vacuums, especially the blue, but the green absolutely flying as well. Accessory kit wise, pop that in your basket too, because this price is phenomenal.
Should be almost £60 down to $34.99. Remember, included in there, you've got your 3 accessories. You've got your mini powered brush, and I'm sure Bev used to say that mini powered brush was £40–50 on its own.
Well, honestly, I remember selling these powered brush heads for sort of £50 by themselves. They're about £49. So you've got that in the deal for $34.99. You've got the up top tool, which I'd happily spend £35 on, which is brilliant. When you see that in action, it's phenomenal, on top of your units and things.
Yeah, wardrobes, kitchen counter units, the top units, and it could be bookcases that you're wanting to dust, because it is a nice soft dusting brush. That up top tool is also angled, so you can use it as you see there, or it can go upside down, so it can go underneath light fittings. It could be ceiling fans, things such as that. So item number 450852 if you want it in the blue option. The green option does come under under a different item number, remember. We'll pop that on the main
How
screen.
good is that on the up top tool there? Actually doing, if you've got one of those ceiling fans, incredible value for money. 8265894. Do check your baskets out. But remember, if you are going for the vacuum, so much of that stock has gone. If you put that in with your vacuum, it's only $11.66 extra in your PayPal Pay in 3 basket.
PayPal Pay in 3 available for you, interest-free if you're paying online with your PayPal account. ShopOnTV.co.uk is the easiest way to shop. We would urge you, on these kind of shows when we're so busy, we would urge you to go online because it's always so busy. But you can still order on the phone, 03333 241 241.
And even though we're limited stock on the blue, you can still order it right now and check your basket out and get it. It is the first people to check their baskets out now. And that green, absolutely flying. What was the stock on that green again? Was it two-thirds?
No,
a third of the stock sold out and gone. Absolutely flying. So please be super quick. Iron-wise, can't believe the price of this.
Steam generator iron. Details on the screen again from Polty. It is a Polty special. 318498 is the item number. Why is this so special? We'll take a little look at just some of the features that we've got here. First of all, it's only a 2-minute heat up time that you've got here. Easy to use, a continuous refill. It's not a pressurised tank, so you can fill this whenever you want to, and that means you don't have to let it cool down. But the performance comes with the 6.5 bar pressure. The amount of steam you get out of an iron like this does all the work for you.
And that is crazy, isn't it, when it's £79. This is our iron. We paid a lot more than £79 for it. It is exceptional value for money. And don't forget, when you've got a steam generator, and we're going to show you, it can actually halve your ironing time. So please do not miss out on getting something that can make something that perhaps is a chore actually quite enjoyable. You like ironing now.
I don't mind ironing because it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, the results are so good.
It makes it easy.
Yeah.
But anything like ironing isn't something that you normally enjoy, but it makes it so much easier.
It really does.
I genuinely, I'm not just saying it, I enjoy ironing. I really do. And I have one of these at home as well. Now, thankfully, I am blessed because of the job I do. I got sent one by Polty because I wanted to use it at home as well.
Yeah.
This time, we send a lot of stuff back or bring it back here. But this one I actually got to keep, which I'm thrilled about. But I would happily pay 79 quid for it because it is fabulous. And what it is for me with this is that when you go in to use it, I get it, I pop it there, I turn it on, and by the time I get my clothes and get it even onto the ironing board,
good to go.
It's done. 2 minutes is all it takes to heat up. But that's the brilliance of Polty once again. 6.5 bar pressure, that's what the pump is in here to get that air and that steam, or that water and the steam through for you to give you the brilliant results. Now, if we look at this just here, okay, pillowcase, something we all have to iron, quite bad. So a lot of people, if they happen to have a pillowcase or an iron that is substandard, okay, what they would do is, instead of even just doing it like, you know, double-sided like that, they would put it over singularly like that. Just in one bit. So, but with the power of the steam, because what happened first of all was, if you go back years and years ago, an iron was something that was put beside the fire, and it was heated, the sole plate was heated up, okay, and it could get red hot. And of course, then fabrics were different back then, of course. But then we got plug-in ones that just heated up the sole plate, and then we found out about steam. Okay, and then because people would have wet their clothes a little bit and then ironed it and seen, oh, well, this is better because now the hot iron was creating steam. Yeah. But now what we have is, we have not just steam, we've now found out from Polty that this sole plate doesn't have to be really hot. So what we don't need to do is, we don't need to be at the back here going, right, so now I've got my t-shirt, that's cotton, but now I've got to put that, I've got to leave it for 5 minutes to cool down.
And that's when you can ruin an item, isn't it? When that plate is really hot and you're that, oh no. Whereas this, it's a cooler plate, it's the steam power that knocks the creases out.
That does that, okay?
So good.
Now let me just do this. So Hayley, I know you like me to take all the creases out, so I'm going to do that.
I don't want you ironing the creases in.
No, we don't want to do that.
I want you ironing them out.
There we go.
That's it.
So let's just show you now, okay, because I want you to see this, by the way. Just watch the amount of steam that actually comes out of this machine. Just here, let me try and get this. Can you see all that steam?
Yeah.
Flying out of that. Now that's what's going to do the work for you. Now, it will provide the steam automatically. You don't have to worry about it. But when you want that extra boost of steam, you just pull the little trigger and then you let that steam come through. We're not using heat, so we're not damaging our fabric. We're just using that steam pressure to go through that pillowcase. Now, again, just check the other side of that out. Already much better. But if you think about this, okay, that if we're, instead of doing all of the pillowcase and doing it twice, we're just doing it on both sides. And I folded this, folded and folded and folded this. And again, well, I didn't do the job very well, did I? Haley, you were right. You were right.
You don't concentrate when you fold.
I didn't concentrate when I folded.
It's all about the fold.
It's all about the folding.
That's why Bev comes in here more often. But again, you can see just there. Now, I've brought in my favorite T-shirt. Now, this T-shirt here is one that I like to wear. It's my favorite one. But what's written on the front of it is, you know, I've got to be careful with the wording, because if I put an, you know, a hot iron on to that, it might damage.
It might melt the truth away.
It might melt the truth away.
Absolutely. I don't know how she puts up with you, do you know?
Yeah. Because I'm not like this at home.
Yeah, he behaves himself. He comes out here to be normal.
But again, with stickers and transfers, sometimes you might worry about, you know, going over that.
That could be a really expensive football, you know.
Yeah,
football jersey,
yeah.
things like that.
And you could ruin it in an instant. All of a sudden, the words are smudged.
And
or it
that's
might be
the
a
thing.
school uniform.
Yeah.
And you might have to iron all these things, all the kids' jumpers, all the kids' school uniforms, all your shirts and blouses and things like that. Stand there for hours. Remember, this can halve your ironing time, because it is so quick
And the great
and
thing
so easy.
with the steam, with these, you can do vertical ironing. So if you want to steam things or refresh things like
That's
jackets.
Yeah, and I've got that to show you as well. Now, this shirt here is one that I genuinely, it's one of my best shirts. It's an expensive shirt. I had it one for years, but I love it. And I don't want to put any old iron to this, okay? I've got to be really careful, because if I use the wrong iron on this and the sole plate is too hot, what will happen is the material goes shiny.
Yeah.
And that's dreadful. So we don't want to have that hot sole plate to give that shiny...
Or it scorches
I
the
think
material
this
as well.
saves clothes and keeps them looking fresher for years.
Yeah.
I've got clothes that are donkey's years old, and I'm the same. I've always been really careful with the irons that I use, because you can get that shine, especially on nice trousers and things. And if you've got a mark on the bottom of your iron, Al, it's not... Look at that.
Can leave
Pristine.
your pocket marks, can't
Yeah.
it? Can leave the round neck or the V neck on the back
And,
of
and
the shirt.
that dirt on the bottom of your iron, well, you're ironing clean clothes. That isn't dirt. That is
the
why your
clothes.
clothes look shiny. That is a little bit of your trousers or a little bit of your favourite top.
But that's it. That's melted clothes.
Yeah,
because
and you're
the
trying
foot
to get
plate
it
is
off.
Too hot.
Yeah.
You do, and you see it, don't you? People
Yeah,
like that on
you
the
do.
Yeah, there's always a black mark
And
on the
it's,
bottom.
and it's not dirt, that's your favourite blouse melted, or
Melted
that's your,
away,
your
yeah.
Now,
trousers
if
where
you
you
are
can see the pockets.
looking as well, we've got the boards available. You do need a specific type of board if you're going for a steam generator. It's got to have the metal mesh.
It's got to have the mesh. It can't be a solid
Solid.
piece underneath it, because it basically what you do is you'll end up aquaplaning on the steam.
Yeah.
It has to be able to go through all the way, and that's why this particular ironing
And
board
it's such
is
a
the
good
good one.
size as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And by the way, just to show you, great size, great width on this as well. But just check this out here, okay? So what we have is because it's in Pulte, look at the size of the base here, really sturdy for me to put my steam generator iron just there.
A lot of ironing boards,
Really
you'd have to
simple.
put your steam generator here,
And it's a
because that
nightmare.
bit isn't big enough. So then you shorten your ironing board.
Exactly. You get your jeans or something like that, you can't do it all properly. Now, again, with something like this is one of Ellie's jackets. Again, this could be something that she might have worn out that just needs a bit of refreshing, or sitting down and it gets creased. So again,
Just
we
jot
convert
down
the
those
steam.
details for your ironing board just on your screen there, and grab it while the stock is available. I know we are quite low in stock.
So
on
it's
that.
132584 for the board, and we'll go back to the iron for you. There it is. It'll come back on your screen in just a second. But this vertical ironing,
This is how I iron.
if you iron things like jackets on the board, you
Oh
get
yeah,
creases
you
in
do.
the wrong places.
Yeah, really bad, because they've always got a lining, haven't they? So it'll
Yeah.
never iron right, whereas you'll do it right on a hanger. But I do everything on a hanger, because I'm an iron and go girl. Sean will stand and iron and everything will be, you know, in his drawers and all ready to wear. I'll get something out of the wardrobe, think I want to wear that, switch that on, 2 minutes.
That's why we're always late, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm ready to go. No, but it's choosing what to wear takes some time. The actual ironing doesn't take any time.
No, they're
at
not.
all.
But if we even look here at the inside of this, that lining, you can see that's creased. Again, just using that steam just there. Literally, I can see in front of my eyes those creases just falling out of that jacket. There's no creases here compared to here now. They fall out. It really is incredible. But again, you know, you get things like your favorite cotton, those what do they call that?
Linen.
Linen, yeah.
Nightmare.
But this is also great on the delicate fabrics, isn't it?
Yeah, this
so
is
like
my
your
Friday.
chiffons, your silks, your Friday night
my Friday
outfit.
night outfit. This actually, I don't know where
When
this
you're not
came
wearing
from.
your t-shirt.
When I'm not wearing my t-shirt, yeah. My other t-shirt says on it, with a body like this, who needs hair? But
I like that one.
So again, this here, again, you'd be so concerned about ironing this.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be worried about it because you'd be thinking, well, that's going to melt. And you'd be so concerned. You think, I'm going to put this onto a cool iron, okay? And then if you put this onto a cool ironing setting for a normal iron, it's not going to do the job properly. But again,
I used to not wear things because I would be frightened to iron them.
Yeah.
I'd wash them once and think, I daren't iron that.
Yeah.
It's going to be ruined.
Look at that, brilliant job.
And
again,
it's great for the pleats and things as well.
That's what I was going to say to you. I'm just going to just stroll around the front here a little bit because, again, even if we look at those pleats on the front, by the way, at 6.5 bar pressure, even if we look here at those creases and we start to vertically iron those, can you see them literally fall out without even coming and putting any pressure on that, starting to get rid of all of those creases just there. You imagine if you spent a couple of minutes on the front of that, if it was something too delicate, you know, that you didn't want to put the iron on, even though the sole plate, the ceramic sole plate, is much, much cooler.
Might be a wedding outfit, it might be a bridesmaid outfit that you think, oh gosh, I daren't iron it.
Could just be like one of your formal dresses, you know, your evening
Could be covered in sequins, just hang it and just steam away from it. Saris and things like that, it's brilliant for, because you don't have to...
Anything that's embellished.
Get the heat
as well
near it,
on
just
that vertical line.
steam.
Just £79 is your price. 318498 is your item number. And remember, whether it's an upright when you're steaming on the hanger, it'll be brilliant for that. But it's £79 or £27.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal Pay in 3. So easy to use, really quick in your 2-minute warm-up. So you don't have to think, oh, I'm going to be waiting ages. It's a constant fill tank, so it's not pressurized, so you don't have to wait for it to cool down to refill it. You can fill whenever you need to, and the water tank comes off, so you can take it to the tap as well.
Ironing board details at the bottom there as well. You're also shopping for that. Check your baskets through. Price of a steam generator for under £80 is absolutely incredible. Honestly, it's one of the lowest ever prices I've seen on a steam generator, yet it's still 6.5 bars of pressure, yet it's Pulte who were the very first to bring out home steam generators. So you simply have got, I think, one of the best deals you will find on an iron there. 318498 is your item number. But as ever, as long as stocks last, we're going to give you the details again for our vacuum. We will remind you we're limited stock on the blue. Limited stock on the blue, so it is down to you now to actually get it. More people will be ordering it before this, you know, before you get it. You need to check your baskets through, because if we've only got, say, 5 blue left, 205 people can order it. It's only the first 5 people that will check out that will get it. The other 200 will miss out. And sadly, that's what happens when we have deals like this. The green option, we've got more available, but still a vast amount of that stock has already sold out and gone. We will check that, but I know we were about a third before, so please do make sure you don't miss out on this. What a deal this is.
Genuinely is mind-boggling to have something of this quality. Do you know what, actually? If you bought the iron and you bought the ironing board and you bought this, it's around the same price as just this from Pulte.
Yes, it is,
That's
crazy,
true,
isn't it?
Yeah, that's
It
very
really
true.
is. You can have all of that. It's brilliant. Really is a great vacuum. Up to 50 minutes runtime. Just to give the recap of the big things for you. Up to 50 minutes runtime. 21.9 volts of power. Lithium-ion battery. Cyclonic. You've got HEPA filtration in this. You've got a powered brush head. You've got that slim wand as well here, so you can get in between things. You've also then got the detachable battery. You've got the detachable handle. It really is incredible. Detachable filter for cleaning.
And a
It's super easy.
As
HEPA
well.
10 filter. It's
And a
just
market-beating price. It's crazy. If you go elsewhere, Polty, £249.
Yeah, £249. In fact, everywhere else that we found it, it was nowhere near the kind of price that we've got. If you want to get the green, again, it's still really busy, 303389 at Polty, £249 you can see there. If you want to buy it at Amazon or at House of Fraser or at Costco, the price are all way more than we've got it for. Amazon 195, House of Fraser 199, Costco 189, with us 99.99, or with PayPal paying 3. If you're paying online, remember, you've got those 3 interest-free payments, 35.65. If you want the blue, you've got it in a basket. Check it out now if you want to get that blue colour. 299041, the item number there. When you see it in action, though, this is when you see the quality that you've got here, Alan.
Yeah, you've got to be able to trust your vacuum. And, you know, again, if you went out, a lot of people will go out with a certain budget. And what I love about here, and this is why I love the job that we do, is that, you know, if you go out to buy a vacuum, you say, well, I've got a budget of 150 quid, 100 quid, 70 quid, whatever it might be, and you'll go into the store and there'll be loads of boxes.
Yeah.
And you go, ooh, that
Which
one
is
says
the prettiest
22,
picture.
or that one says this, or it says, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Or I wonder how well it will work. And then when you get home, you go, oh, it's not quite so good. And you don't understand all of the bits and pieces about the vacuum. But here we spend the time talking you through exactly everything about it. But I will say this to you now. If you went out with a £99 budget to one of the big stores, I'm going to be fairly confident that you're not going to get anything close to the quality of this one. If you spend your £200, £250, different story, because that's what this is most places.
It's worth every single penny of 250
every single penny. It genuinely is. And I've never ever once have I had an issue with a Polty product ever. And I've got
all our
lots of them.
products we've had for donkey's years. They're just so well made.
But
let's see it in action, because it is the pickup that is so important with the vacuum.
Now, tea and salt here, and I put lots of it down. But I just want to show you something. As I come through just here, and I stop the vacuum, and I come back, just look at
that
how
edge to edge.
That's great.
That actually is.
Wow.
And that is why I love this machine so much, because you know what? I say to you that you need to be able to trust your vacuum. While me doing demonstrations here, I need to be able to trust this vacuum, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing these kinds of demonstrations for you. I wouldn't be showing you the salt. I wouldn't be showing you all of the tea. I wouldn't be showing you the edge to edge, because I think, well, this machine is going to let me down somehow. So therefore, I've got to be careful what I'm doing. And just to show you as well that even though sometimes I'll do a stripe down a particular floor, that it's not just, I'm not just trying to cheat anything, I'm just showing you a line so you can see the difference. But yes, with all of that dust, dirt and debris that I had there, every single bit of that is gone. As you said, it's barefoot clean.
It is barefoot clean. You don't feel any bits, whereas a lot of vacuums will leave the really tiny bits, and sometimes they'll blow the big bits away or keep spitting that big bit out. This likes the little bits, it likes the big bits, and it likes any floors as well, doesn't
absolutely,
it?
Tiles, laminates, carpets, and you don't have to, like some machines, I know you have to change settings, or you were saying earlier, you have to sometimes change the brush bar, don't you?
Yeah, because you get a specialised one. I'm not putting them down in any way, not a bit of it. I like a plush brush sometimes, you know, some people like them if they've got a really high, shiny kitchen floor. They like to, you know, put that on and they feel different about it, but it's not necessary with a machine like this. You just run through and you could just use this. Now, what I'm going to do here is, I've been on the full power, so I'm just going to now turn it down, okay? Just to show you again that, again, if I do this on the floor, again, I'm still picking up and I'm still getting that dirt, I'm still getting that debris, and I'm still getting that clean that you would expect. Now, obviously, it's not using as much power, as much suction power, but that brush is still turning around, and obviously you're going to get less of a performance, of course, and that's why I always recommend to use the light power, the lower power, if you're doing vacuuming every single day and you're just literally picking up little bits and pieces. But just to show you, it will still do
Still
that
does the
job.
Still
And
picks
it's
up
really quiet on that level, isn't
Quiet
it?
as well on that.
So if you wanted to use it, if someone like us all working nights and you wanted to do the vacuum in the
Yeah.
day, you could still do it.
Still do it.
And don't forget, of course, the power is amazing, but it's got up to a 50-minute run time, which is incredible. A lot of vacuums, our very first vacuum, £350, and it ran out in 6 minutes. Honestly, it was so
And
frustrating.
the other thing with that machine,
Oh, you
you
got
have to
vacuum
hold the
finger.
button on.
I hate that. And do you know what that particular company, do you know why they say that is?
Why?
They say that it saves power, right? So you get more runtime because they
Did
say
my
if
head
we
in.
start and we do this and then I move down here, I go and I leave it on and then I do this. And they're saying that if you move and you let your finger off of it, you would save that bit of power. But that shows
Drove me
me,
mad.
right? That shows me that this here, they're not worried because we know we have up to 50,
Up to 50
Yeah,
minutes.
There's a proper battery in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, let me, again, I'm always straight with you. Let me use the lower power on this carpet with the heavier stuff, okay? Now, it's picked it up anyway. So it's still doing that job. I was trying to say it's going to leave a few bits behind, but it's actually doing quite the admirable job here, even on that lower power. But by using that higher power, we know that if we do come across something like this crazy big pile just here,
Nice.
that we're going to pick that up. And not just pick it up, but pick it up in one pass. That is where that big pile was just there, and you can see it's gone. So we know that we have that power there, that's standard, but of course we know that if we want to bring that power down, we have that lower power.
The great thing is you've got the power of the actual vacuum itself, which is phenomenal, which is 21.9 volts of power. But then you've also got the powered brush head as well, which means what actually happens is it will cope with any of your thick pile carpets, any of your rugs, and all your other hard floors as well, because it's got the power to condense. Some vacuums will slow down on the thicker pile carpet because they haven't got the strength to go, whereas this will cope with everything.
And I love the fact you can go from laminates to tiles to carpets everywhere.
Can I have that little crevice tool again?
You certainly
please,
can,
Sean?
sir, yeah.
Now, so I just want to show you, okay?
I'm just hearing, sorry to interrupt.
not at all.
If you're going for the accessory kit, the blue, 3/4 of the stock now sold out and gone. The blue vacuum is limited stock, so the blue vacuum and the blue accessory kit, they are going to be the first to go. Only $11.66 extra in your PayPal Pay in 3 basket if you want to go with the accessory kit, and we will run you back through it. You get an extra HEPA filter, up top tool, and a powered brush head in there as well. And that's the lowest price we've had that.
Yeah, everything is.
Amazing price.
I definitely think you should. No, you really should add that in. And even if it's just, you'll say, well, I'll use the up top tool maybe every 4 weeks, maybe. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just making it, and I'll use the power brush, the small one on the stairs, maybe every week or two. But what you will really find a benefit from is having that extra filter.
Yeah.
So when you clean one, you've always got a filter
And
going.
if you've already got the machine and you want to add in the accessory kit, or just go for the accessory kit, please do that, because even, well, I'm not sure what the price is for a second filter, but to get that included at $34.99.
Well, we know those powered
It's
brush
brilliant.
heads can be £50. An up top tool, I'd happily spend £35 on that. So please do not miss out. Oh, and someone's emailed in about getting a
Jerry, hi Jerry. Jerry emailed in and asked about spare filters. We don't have filters on their own. You can get them directly from Polty. But like I was saying, the value of that accessory kit with a second filter included, I would go for the accessory
Definitely go for that.
Yeah, definitely. Now, we're so busy. Now, is this the vacuum we're talking about?
in the blue.
You know, I said earlier that more people can be ordering than stock is available. The blue option now, how many more people?
Twice as many.
Twice as many people are ordering than the stock that we've got. It's not yours till you check your basket out. 3 times the amount of people could be ordering, and that, you know, that it'll only be the amount that we've got left. So if we only had 5 left, but 305 people were ordering, only 5 would get it. The other 300 people would miss out. So you'd press checkout and sadly it'd say sold out. It's gone. It'd be the first people to check your baskets out for that blue. The green is absolutely flying. The green is always the most popular, actually. It's the colour everybody loves.
Yeah.
But we had a bit more stock of the green.
So we were talking about the main machine itself. It comes with 2 accessories included, doesn't
now,
it?
what I've done is I've left some debris around the sides here because we don't have
a
like a
skirting
skirting
board and a
board
proper
and stuff
wall.
like that. What I just want to show you is by putting this on just here, okay, you can see that we have that little crevice tool here. So what we can do now is we can get into corners with that, and we can get right up along anything that we need to pick up. We're able to do that in the crevices and the corners and those awkward to reach areas. We have the power to do that.
And that slim design, like you were saying as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So now nowhere is left, well, nowhere's left but down here. Let's pick these up when I say it.
And because it is
get everywhere.
so slim, especially with that crevice tool, it is the really awkward areas, so in between the fridge freezer and the kitchen units, or on top of the actual washing machine, or under the fridge freezer, whereas normally you'd never be able to get to those places, but it's been designed so you can.
Yeah, and again, look at that handheld in seconds. Now, just by the way, very quickly as well, if you've put your accessories somewhere in another room, let's say, and you're in cleaning this room and you go, oh, look, I need the, I just need it to be handheld. Well, you can take off that. You can still use it as a handheld. Look, I can still use it. Still get the suction power just here, so you don't have to think, well, I've got to go in. But you know, use your tools, because the brush especially does help.
Yeah, it's great.
You can just quickly do that, so you don't have to worry too much. Let's go and show you something here now that I've been waiting to show you. Do you remember I showed you earlier the really fine dust that got caught up into that filter? Now, I'm going to just take this filter out again, just to show you on this here.
Wow.
Ready to watch this, okay? So this is what it stopped. Look at how fine all of that is. Now that shows you a couple of things, okay? You can see, look at how fine it is just floating around here. Couple of things. The first and foremostly, we are putting this through its paces. We are making it a tough job to do for the machine, and you can see all of that just there. But watch at how good this actually is, right? So watch this as I move forward and stop just there. Just look at how clean it has left that. Look at how cleanly it's picked up all of the dust, the dirt,
That's all the finest
debris.
bits.
The finest of finest bits.
And do your own research. HEPA filtration is amazing. Those fine bits that we're vacuuming up now, if you suffer with allergies and things, have a look why HEPA filtration is so good. That's what you've got in this machine.
Well, HEPA filtration, of course, high efficiency particulate air is what it actually means. So what it's doing is, this is a HEPA 10 filter in here. It's capturing these down to the measurement in microns, okay? And a human hair is about 60, well, it can be about 50 to 80 microns. And this will stop HEPA filters things down as low as, so if you think 50, let's call it 50 microns your hair, down to 0.7 of a micron. So it's so small,
fine, isn't
so
it?
fine that it will stop. And that's, you said earlier on then, it's not, because what happens with any vacuum is it creates that vacuum, and that's why it's called, so many people say that their name, but that's actually a brand. So it sucks up, so it creates that vacuum. The brush then will agitate that dirt and fire it up. It comes up here, and as it comes up along the tube, it then goes into the canister, okay? And as it comes into the canister, it has to be held here. So when you see inside here, you'll see, first of all, there's tiny little holes in the green part at the back there, and they will stop the bigger parts. The bigger parts will be pushed down here and kept in here, but those tiny particles that do get through there, they will come to that HEPA filter, because the air that's been sucked in has to be exhausted out. So it gets exhausted out through the HEPA filter, and that's why the HEPA filter has to be really incredible to stop that fine dust being kicked back out into your room.
You used to see it with the old vacuums. There used to be sort of an exhaust of dust coming out the back of your vacuum. You could smell it, couldn't you? Be like, oh God. And that's the dust going back in your house, whereas this is holding the dust in the vacuum.
And Sean, you have it there in your hand as well. So what you would see, so thank you, what you would see sometimes on an inferior machine, and this is absolutely true, that the HEPA filter, because once it has some HEPA, it can claim to have HEPA filtration, and it will have it just like, if you imagine a piece of paper just wrapped around here, flat, and that's the HEPA filtration. But look at this one has been folded. So look at the amount of actual area that you have there of HEPA filtration. If you open that and stretched it out, it would probably stretch the whole way across the studio.
It's like a concertina.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got more surface area just here to be able to stop more of that filter. So it is a great extra filter to have.
Absolutely phenomenal. So busy. Remember, market beating price. If you are going for the vacuum, do grab it while the stock is there. Sadly, if we do sell out, it's a 24-hour offer. So sadly, the stock's not going to last 24 hours. We've got more people ordering the blue vacuum than there is stock available. And the green stock is absolutely flying. We just had more stock of the green, but absolutely flying out the door. But what a vacuum and what a price.
It's an up price, a handheld, it's a reach vacuum. vacuum, you can go from tiles to laminates to ceramic floors. The great thing is you don't have to change anything, any settings on the machine, any brush bars. Here is an upright, comes with the crevice tool and the dusting brush. There is a handheld, as you can see. Great to clean the car, isn't it?
Absolutely. We forget that it's cordless. Take it anywhere, down to the summer house, out to the car. Use it as the handheld, but then the handheld connects to the pole, so it's an upright. I think you'll find this is the best vacuum you've used. My mum could not believe the pickup, and she'd used the same brand of vacuum for many years, and she hated change. And she was, when I took it round to her, she was like, "Oh, what's it got lights on the front for? That's not going to." The next day, she was like, "Can't believe what it picked up. My corded vacuum couldn't have worked." And she throws nothing away. But that next day, she's like, "Take that corded vac to the tip. I'm never going to use that again." And every single day, virtually, she'll say, "Can't believe how much it picks up." And though she was like, "What are the lights for?" she was also the next day, "Those lights are great because you can see behind the door, you can see under the bed." Sometimes you can vacuum, and if the lights aren't great or if it's a bit of a dull day, suddenly the sun will come out and you think, "Oh, I've missed a bit there." Whereas when you've got the lights, you see all that dirt. But your Polty will find all that dirt.
And do you know what a great thing to do is when you get this home, charge it up. First time, charge it for 4 hours, but then charge it as and when you want to use it. But do your normal vacuuming with your regular vacuum and then go over the top with the Polty Fuzz Aspira and see how much your regular vacuum left behind. Don't think that this is an addition to your corded machine. Nowadays, the cordless machines perform as well as, if not better, than corded machines.
My mum now only uses this. She very rarely uses a dustpan and brush. She used to do a big clean on a Wednesday and a Saturday and then sort of use a dustpan and brush the rest of the time. She'll just grab this because it's easier to get this than get a dustpan and brush. And after my brothers have been round with the dogs and things, she'll just vacuum the floor really quickly. It's so quick and simple. Remember, market-beating price, and look how lightweight it is.
Super lightweight.
How slim it is. It ticks every single box. The blue option, there's more people ordering than stock is available. I'm really sorry.
Now, 3 times as many people trying to buy than we have stock remaining in the blue.
If you do miss out, please don't think, "Oh, I've missed out on the blue." Go for the green.
Get the green, yeah.
The green option, we've got a little bit more stock, but stock-wise, that is absolutely flying out the door. 40% of a much bigger amount of stock. If we hadn't have got more stock in the green, we wouldn't have been able to do a show because we knew it wouldn't have lasted. But that green is absolutely flying. If you miss out on the blue, get that green in your basket really quickly because that's the stock that's gone. But remember what happens. All of a sudden, more people are ordering than stock is available. And if you have to go elsewhere, it's Polty. You'll find it. You'll be able to buy it.
Yeah, and take a look at the price you will pay elsewhere. At Polty, £249, and it's worth every single penny. It's exactly the same machine as we've got here, but it's £150 more if you buy it from Polty directly. At Amazon, £195. We all know what great deals Amazon offers. It's down with us. About £100 less.
It is. It's like it's about £100 less, which is crazy. Same at Hauser Fraser. Costco exactly the same. Well, actually, they're a little bit better. They've got a good deal there, £189. They've got a great reduction from £250, the regular price, but still nowhere near our £99.99. They're still £90 more expensive. And my goodness, with PayPal Pay in 3 making it so affordable as well.
But remember that price is time limited or stock dependent.
I don't think it's going to last.
It's a 24-hour offer. Definitely the blue will be gone within the 24 hours. The green is absolutely flying as well. If you are going for the Polty Fuzz Aspira, we would definitely say add in the accessory kit. The value here is brilliant because normally the accessory kit would be £59. It's down to £34.99. You get a second HEPA filter. We've talked about how important the filters are. Remember there, you can just wash them and make sure that you air dry them. With that filter, really easy to change as well. Your second tool that's included is that mini powered brush, and that mini powered brush is brilliant for lots of things like the car, pet beds, upholstery. It's brilliant for, and it is a mini motorized brush. It's still got a motor in there, hasn't it?
It is, and honestly, and we used to sell brushes like that for about £49 to add on to your vacuum. It's like a special sort of pet brush, if you like, because it's great for hair, your hair, cat hair, dog hair, the tiny bits. Use it all around the house on upholstery as well and curtains, but in the car, phenomenal. And because it's cordless, so easy to take out to the car, take out to your caravan, take down to the summer house. And then you've also got the up top tool, which I love, and I would happily spend $34.99 just on this. Get right on top of the units, the wardrobe.
Top of wardrobes, kitchen cabinets. It's brilliant for if you've got tall bookcases.
Yeah.
And it's got a really nice soft brush on there, so it's a great dusting brush that you've got.
That's great.
If you have a ceiling fan, it'll do the top of the blades, but it'll also angle underneath there.
And that's always where the cobwebs are, isn't it?
And do the underside as well. So $34.99 for your accessory kit, should be £59, whether it's blue or green. Different item numbers, remember. The blue is 450852, and there's the 3 accessories that you get included.
Well, we're approaching limited stock on the blue. That's another thing that's going to sell out really quickly. Do make sure you check your basket out on the blue. Green-wise, again, really big. Majority of you are putting this into your basket. Remember, only $11.66 extra in your PayPal Pay in 3 basket if you're putting it in alongside your vacuum, which is great.
The other thing we've got to mention is the iron. This is a steam generator iron from Pulte. What Pulte are famous for, steam generators that you can see here at £79. Great features on this as well. I don't want you to think it's an entry-level steam generator. It's not a pressurised tank. It's a constant fill tank. The tank comes off the front, and it means you can take it to the tap. Its heat-up time is only 2 minutes. Its bar pressure is 6.5. It's got that steam that does the job for you. It's not you pressuring down onto the ironing board.
Normally it's you that's doing all the hard work. This actually knocks the creases out with the power of steam. And you've got an eco button as well, which really does reduce the water and energy.
27% less water, 25% less energy. The price on PayPal Pay in 3, $27.98 on your first of 3 payments if you're paying online. This is great as well. The iron locks onto the base, so you can carry it, as you can see here in the picture.
So easy to put into cupboards and things,
Yeah.
you know, nice and safe to carry, take upstairs. Really easy to do that. That's exactly what that button is for. But my goodness, and a steam generator iron at £79. Have a look around. It is the lowest price steam generator that we do, and it's our iron. That's the biggest thing. We bought this iron, not at this price. And don't forget, steam generators can actually halve your ironing time because it's the power of steam. You're not altering the heat. You can virtually do all your ironing in one go in an instant.
It's brilliant. 318498 is the item number, and it is about making ironing not the chore that it always is. Easy to use. That heat up time, again, to remind you, just 2 minutes on the heat up time. You can remove the water tank and take it to the tap if you want to.
So you can continue ironing. If you perhaps you do ironing for a living and you can stand and iron for 4 hours, you can keep topping it up. We've had one that was pressurised and you had to wait for it to cool down. You don't have to with this.
No, it's not pressurised.
And remember, if you do iron for 4 hours a day, perhaps as a business, you could actually do that ironing probably in 2 hours.
Yeah, half the time.
Yeah.
It's also got a cleaning mode on there. It's brilliant. If you want to go for that, $27.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. Again, a 2-year warranty because it comes from the big brand of Pulte. Pulte have been around since 1978, and they're passionate about customer service and quality products.
And they were the very first to bring out a steam generator that we could use at home. They wanted to bring what was used sort of professionally into our homes, and that's exactly what they did. They make things so well, Alan, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, and it's right from the ground up. They really make sure, because look, it's a family-run business.
Yeah.
Francesca and her brother
Stefano.
Yes, Stefano, actually, I think it's pronounced properly. If my memory.
Look at him.
No, I call him Stefano.
Italian here.
I know. Well, you know, I was in Italy once. I became a.
I was in Italy once.
But that's the thing. If I put something together, I said, well, if I change a plug, I'm now an electrician.
Right? Is that right? No, that's not right.
That's not right. But really passionate, and because it's a family-run business and it has been since 1978, you know, they really focus on the pride, like Italian pride.
They're really passionate about everything, aren't they?
If it's not right, it's not developed. You know, they try and test everything for. Sometimes it's 2 years before they bring a product out because they thoroughly try try it and test it and make sure it's the best it can be.
Well, it took poor old Stefano 25 years out in the wilderness, we'll call it, learning about coffee.
The world of coffee
before they said, all right,
they brought their own
now come back.
That's
You know,
it.
before we can make the machine. But imagine doing that, because they're so famous for steam,
Perfectionists.
making steam, and hot water, which is coffee, and then using Stefano's his knowledge of coffee.
Yeah.
It's an amazing
phenomenal.
machine. We
And
love it.
floor care, they're massively famous for all types of floor
Steam,
care.
floor care. This is brilliant. And again, what they don't have, which I love, is they don't have 20 different vacuums because they know they don't need to. Let's have a small range of vacuums, but make them
Really good ones.
brilliant.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
just make them
absolutely.
amazing.
And that's exactly
that's
when
what
you
this
see
does.
this in action, exactly what this vacuum is.
So let's have a look. So we're coming close to the end of the show. So let's do some more difficult things for it. So let's just have a look here. As I turn this on, you will see
We're coming
those
close
lights.
to the end of the stock, actually.
But, well, probably more
There's
of that.
more
yeah.
people ordering the blue than is available. And the green is 4 times as many people ordering the blue, and that's why. Look at the pickup.
Look at that. So it's picked everything up. It's really just given us a brilliant finish on that. You can see the angle of where it went through that. Let's come here because I always find that I've completely covered this floor in porridge oats, okay? And porridge oats I always find are difficult because you've got those bigger pieces of the oats, you've got the little fine
Lots of
pieces
different
and
sizes.
the
yeah.
dust
And the
as well.
sort of texture of them, a lot of vacuums will just spit them back out because they don't like them. They can't sort
Yes.
of grab them.
Absolutely, and they
don't like
grip
that
on with their little funny edges. They grip onto the carpet too. So let's see. I'm going to anticipate we'll have to go backwards and forwards, of course, because that's how vacuuming works. But again, if I just do this in one pass over, we'll just see how well it actually does. So
Look at that.
I think that is pretty
Just one
decent
way, yeah.
for one way, isn't it? Now, look at, I'm going to say that there's finer, tiny particles of dust that may be down embedded in the carpet have gone into it, and that's why we come backwards. We never just do that at home. We don't just go, right, I'm vacuuming everybody and go forward and not come back. We go forward and we come back.
I think with the carpet, it really lifts the pile as well. Just hearing how busy we are now. I know lots of you that are trying to buy the blue, go for the green if you miss out, because honestly, it's only the colour that is different. The quality is absolutely amazing. This vacuum truly should be £250, and elsewhere that's where you'll find it, £250, £200. We're doing exactly that vacuum that you'll find elsewhere for, let's say, the 200 mark. At Polty is 250 for £99.99.
Now, the blue option, we've got 15 remaining and 50 people trying to buy them. So please, if you've got the blue in your basket, check out. If you miss out on the blue, as Hayley said, just go for the green option. It's the
And
same
go for the green
performance-wise.
quickly, because that green isn't too far
That might
behind.
not last 24
It's meant to last 24 hours, so up until midnight tonight. It's not going to. We've only been on air for an hour and 45 minutes, and my goodness, that stock is absolute, because it is. Well, take a look. It's market beating.
Yeah.
It's the most amazing. It's our lowest ever price we've done. We've done this once before, haven't we?
We have, yeah, and it flew out of the door. We've managed to get some more stock for this special, but it's a 24-hour deal. At Polty, directly, right now, you'll pay £249. At Amazon, £195. At House of Fraser, just under £200. And at Costco, £189. With us, less than £100, £35.65 on your
That's
first of
crazy.
3 interest-free payments.
And I think if you're beating Amazon, you're winning, because they have some incredible
And Costco.
deals. Well, yeah,
Costco,
that's
I
true.
think it was a warehouse price.
Yeah, that's very true. £99.99 is just phenomenal. We've only ever known it once before, and we have sold this vacuum for many years. And hand on heart, this is my #1 vacuum. This is the vacuum. If you want to buy a vacuum that's cordless, that's got incredible power, that's got fantastic pickup, that can be an upright, a handheld, a reach vacuum, you can take it out to the car, a vacuum that's got a really long time lasting battery, so up to 50 minutes on this honestly is the vacuum to go for. And this price, normally it would be a more expensive vacuum, but this price makes it so affordable for absolutely everybody.
Blue's on the screen at the minute, but over allocated massively now. So check out if you've got the blue 299041. We'll pop the green details back up for you.
As soon as it says sold out, when you press that button for the blue, get a green one in.
Yeah.
And check that basket out really quickly, because the green is an absolute
Get a green
flyer.
one. Don't be green with envy.
Hey.
By the way, your math is impeccable tonight.
My what?
Your math.
My maths.
Your maths,
Oh,
yeah.
time-wise, yeah.
I know, it's not-
I've impressed
You're
myself,
making up all
actually.
these figures.
Yeah,
something.
me too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I look and I'm like, I know.
It's unusual.
It is. I never really liked math at school. It just never added up. So
They get worse the later it gets, the worse
I
the
know.
jokes get.
Now, I'm going to show you this because we can use this as the reach as well, okay? You can now do things like this here. So more awkward areas that you might encounter, we can use the brush and that piece there to pick those up. So even though I'm just doing this on the floor, this could be skirting, it could be up high, it could be dead or rails, it could be anything that we can use.
That's
that
great
with
for
just in
cobwebs,
there.
Al, in
Cobwebs
corners
and things like
stuff.
that, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I left a few bits down here just so I could do this little
Because
job.
my mum used to leave the cobwebs and say, will you get those cobwebs, Hayley? Because it was too high for her to get. But with that reach, you're able to reach the cobwebs because
Yeah.
you've got this
And it's
extra
not
long
heavy,
arm.
is it?
No, 2.6 kilos with the
everything,
powered head on it. I talked about cobwebs today. The funniest thing ever. I was sitting there today. I told you that Ellie is my wife's grandfather passed away, and she's a little bit sad. But she was lying there, and I was talking to her, and she screamed. I didn't know what had happened.
Spider.
There was a big black spider on the arm of the chair. She jumped so high, and then the funniest thing was, then literally, as she jumped, Budgie came in and went.
The cat,
Oh, no.
It's the funniest
dear.
thing. You were just talking about cobwebs. Give it to my head. I know I digress.
So included, you remember, you do get the powered head that Alan's just put on there, the dusting brush that Alan's just shown us, and you also get that crevice tool.
Yeah.
And that's great because, again, it's that
Brilliant.
slim design.
Yeah, slim
isn't it?
design, getting right in between those, in between your white goods. You might have a little bit of a gap between, because when you push your fridge or something up to the wall, there's going to be most
be a
likely
gap.
a little bit of the skirting board there. So what you can do with that then is you can get in and get on top of that skirting board,
Great.
because they do get filthy,
Yes.
don't they?
So well designed.
Just how good is that result? Just
And that's what. And remember, because it's got a powered brush head on carpets, it is amazing. If you've got a thick pile carpet, a lot of vacuums, if they haven't got a powered brush head, it will slow down.
Yeah, you can hear
And
it.
it
Yeah.
can't cope.
Struggling with
It's like
it.
it's too thick, this carpet for me. And you're on your hands and knees trying to pick the hair up that's been
sound
left
like a friend of
behind.
mine.
But actually, what this vacuum does is it's got that powered head, and it just like that, I can cope with any vacuum.
not a
Give me the
problem at
thick
all.
pile, give me
Yeah.
the thing. Any hard floors as well, it's
Yeah.
brilliant on everything.
And no change of buttons, you don't have to
Settings
change
or no.
anything over. So where are we going next?
Yeah, well, let's come down here to these last two floors just here. Again, what I've done here is I've really put a lot of mess on these floors just here. Another thing just to mention as well is, we often talk about cyclonic power and the filtration system, etc., the power of the battery, the runtime. But what you must remember as well is when you buy something inferior, the most important part of any machine is that motor that has to work. If that motor is not working properly or is, it's not as good quality, you're going to end up with problems. But I can tell you now, the components that Pulte use, not just on the outside, but on the inside of this machine, are second to none.
Well, they have such confidence, they give you a 2-year warranty,
Yeah.
which is white glove, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
brilliant.
Yeah, and they do that. A great service. If you have any problems whatsoever, they do a 7-day repair or replace system where you don't even have to take it anywhere. They'll pick it up
Pick it
from
up
you.
for me, yeah.
And if it's
And
not
return
repaired
it.
within 7 days, they give you a new one.
Yeah.
And for something under £100, that
Yeah.
is amazing. For 2 years.
It's crazy.
But honestly, our Pulte goods we've had for donkey's
Yeah,
years.
it really
the quality is quite incredible.
Never had a problem with a Pulte machine.
Never.
No.
You might not realise how thick the dirt is just here until I go over
Till you
this.
vacuum it,
But
yeah.
you'll see now as we come along here, and you can see as I twist my wrist, by the way, you can see the machine turning, and that means that we can get around corners, but also, of course, what we can do, and look at that lovely clean line.
Right.
But just to say to you as well that I can get down low as well, so I can get underneath, chairs and stuff like that. Just look at that beautiful clean line. Now that shows you how filthy that actually was.
And the other thing, when you go down low, a lot of vacuums, the head lifts up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But
it
this
stays
one,
completely
it stays
flat.
down. Look at
yeah.
even down. Look at there you go. Even it's flat, and even though this is now lower because it's on the floor out here,
Yeah.
it's still
So
completely
if you're going
flat,
under a bed,
so-
you're going under a chair, it's vacuuming everything up. And don't forget those lights on the front if you are going under a bed and you want to see, or if even going around the back of a door, or even if you've got sort of dark corners, in a room, you can see the dirt, but honestly, Polty, it finds the dirt that causes Spira.
And what I love as well about Polty is that you don't see them big ads on television and all of this thing. And the thing is, because they're so well established since 1978, everybody knows their name. So when you walk in somewhere, that's a familiar name. Whereas I always say that when you get some of these newer brands and you see these really fancy ads that they do that cost millions of pounds potentially, well, where's that millions of pounds coming from for these advertising campaigns? From us.
On the price.
The price of your machine.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're not doing you a favor or anything like that. They're spending that money out of the profits. And that's fine. That's how business works. But my point is that here, Polty can say, well, actually, we've got the bones of 3 hours on ITV, the premium channel, talking about the Polty family since 1978, talking about Polty quality, talking about it. So they'll go, oh, that's brilliant. Well, okay, let's give those people that are watching to buy something the most incredible value, which this is the most incredible.
And I think if you bumped into any ShopOnTV presenter and said to them, you know, what's your favourite vacuum or what's your favourite brand, you know, home product brand, so many, I know so many that would instantly say Polty.
They'd fight over these shows, wouldn't they? Because we'd always know they'd be popular.
And
these shows.
especially this price, because this price, we've only ever done this once before in our lives, honestly. I've never had this vacuum at this price. It's only the second time we've done it live on ShopOnTV, but the stock is depleting. Far too many people are trying to order the blue. Please do release it if you don't want it.
Instead.
Get the green if you miss out. Green-wise, that stock is disappearing. We had more stock of the green. That's the only way we could actually do a show, but it is going really fast. It's meant to last till midnight tonight. It's not going to.
Yeah.
It's not going to.
Again, much like this one, you didn't notice how much dirt was on. You can notice this one, but actually there's a lot more than you think.
There's a lot of dirt down there.
So again, just to show you as we come along like that, every single bit of the dirt, even here with the big pile that we have, okay, you might get a bit rising at the front there because I've got so much on it, but let's fix that as we go forward.
Look
just
at that.
look at that just there.
And you can really see the edge to edge,
Yeah, you
can't
can there, yeah.
You know, it really is truly edge to edge, right up to the skirting boards. And there's not a bit there, so it's barefoot clean now.
Clean. It really is. It's just terrific. You know, again, I said earlier on that when you have something like this, you must be able to trust it. But I more so have to be able to trust it because the cameras are close up. So I have to know that I can do these demonstrations, and I know I can with this, and I know I've never ever been let down by a Polty product.
Can you show us as a handheld? Because I know we're getting towards the end of the show. It's an amazing upright. You'll love it, but you'll love it as a handheld. You'll love it as the reach vacuum to get the cobwebs in the corners of the room. These accessories come alongside your vacuum. This you use all the time.
Yeah, the dusting brush.
Yeah, the dusting brush is brilliant. You know, so for getting down onto your skirting boards or anything like that, you know, for getting up onto picture frames and things, you know, you're protecting those items. So let's say, for instance, if I wanted, I'm not going to turn it on, but just to show you, you know, on the edge here, we don't want to scratch our screen, but we know we have those protective brushes there, so we can go across there and we can dust those areas.
And get right into the corners.
Get up to the corners. We
get
can't.
The cobwebs, your feet on the ground.
Yeah.
Not balanced on a chair.
Down down along skirting boards. Pretend this is a skirting board just here. You know, you're getting right along that just there. You know, so you're able to get everywhere. But then furthermore, then of course we can take this off, take off that just that bar there. Thank you, Haley, it's kind. And of course we can use the little crevice tool. Or of course now we can go down. So you know, in the morning, crumbs and stuff. Maybe the kids have had their breakfast at the table like this here, whilst watching cartoons or something like that. You know, there were. You know, but now we know that we can do that with the brush. But of course, with the brush as well, because it is a brush, we can, you know, use that as a dusting tool to get everything that we need and leave it dust-free completely just there. So, you know, that could be the kids in the morning down there watching Hong Kong Phooey or Top Cat or something like that.
And that could be things like
those programs
it could be things like pollen as well, not anymore, I don't think. Could be things like pollen. Have a look why HEPA filtration is so good if you have allergies.
Yes.
And that dust that's settling on your units, you know, if you can really get rid of that, because it holds on and grabs onto the tiniest amount of dust. trust. And because you can use it in all those ways that Alan said, honestly, it gives you a vacuum that will do every single job. It's the only vacuum that you will need. My mum used to always do a big vacuum on a Wednesday and a Saturday, and then she'd get the dustpan and brush out and things the other days because it was a big job to vacuum. Now, when it's so light and so quick and so easy, you'll grab this vacuum and use it every day if you need to, whatever job you've got to do.
Yeah, it's an upright, it's a reach, it's a handheld, as you see there. You're seeing the crevice tool and the dusting brush, they're both included. You're also getting that docking station for charging that'll go on the wall, so you can wall mount the actual vacuum. But the price is what is so special, because I don't want you to think that this is a vacuum that is worth £100. It's worth £249. We've just got it on an amazing special.
It truly is.
A 24-hour deal, remember. If you buy it elsewhere, you will pay the prices that we're talking about. Pulte, £249. It's not a different machine.
It's exactly the
come in a
same
different
machine.
box.
No, the same machine, the same accessories, the parking station. It's from Pulte, the 2-year warranty. Amazon do great prices. I love their deals. I had 2 parcels today, got another parcel coming tomorrow. £195. It's still £95 more than our vacuum deal. House of Fraser, £100 more. Costco, virtually £100. It's the best deal, actually, Costco, £189. And again, Amazon and Costco, you'd know they would be the better prices if you were looking for a good deal. $99.99, amazing value for money, and split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3. Blue-wise, you've got to check your baskets out. There's far too many people ordering the blue than there is stock. There's a handful left. You know, I said earlier, we might have 5 left and there could be 505 people ordering. There's 5 left and there's a lot more people than 5
So
trying
many
to
more.
order. If you do miss out on the blue, grab a green as quickly. Oh my goodness, there's 58 people. There's 10 times as many people trying to get the blue than there is stock. But if you miss out on the blue, definitely go
Just
for the
go
green.
for the green option, yeah.
But remember, that's getting low in stock now as well. We had more stock of that.
Busy across everything that we're showing you. We would definitely say to add in the accessory kit. The accessory kit should be £59. It's down to £34.99. It's worth going for that just for the second HEPA filter that you're going to get included in there.
And even buying that alongside your vacuum, you're not paying the prices you'll pay elsewhere just for the vacuum.
No, nowhere near. If you want to add that in, £34.99, so it takes the bundle with the vacuum to less than £135. So what's included? So that second HEPA filter, you've got that mini motorised brush, which is brilliant for the car, for the pet bed, and you've also got the angle tool, which will get on top of the wardrobes, it'll get on top of the kitchen cabinets. But it is all about performance. If you want to go for that accessory kit, 865 894 if you want to add that in.
Now, it may be coming to 3 o'clock, but we've just gone crazily busy. And please do check your basket out with the blue. It'll only be the next 5 people that check out, they'll get it. Green-wise, oh my word. I think you're listening and thinking, well, actually, I've missed out on the blue. I'll just get the green. The green is flying now as well. So please do get them in your basket. Check your baskets through, because you will kick yourself tomorrow if you think, oh, I'll get that vacuum. See, ours has gone back up in price. Well, it probably won't have gone back up in price because we won't have any stock. But then think, well, I'll get it from elsewhere. It's Pulte. I know I can buy it elsewhere. You won't find this deal.
Not at that price. No, definitely not.
If they miss out on it tonight, they do have to go and spend £180 on it. Hey, listen, fair play.
It's worth it. Yeah,
You know,
it's
still a
worth
great
it.
point, yeah.
But, you know, get
But
it
you
now.
would be kicking yourself when you
Get
go,
it
why
now.
didn't I? You know, when you get a really good deal, you just tell everybody, don't you?
You do, yeah, you love it. And you take pride in it. See that? You'll never.
You do, you tell me.
You'll never guess how much you paid for that.
Go on, guess.
Well, I'm not even going to guess, because probably I'll never guess. Yeah. So, but what would you pay? Not £99. £99. £99.99.
What
I
a deal.
love telling people
Should
that.
we clean all the floors?
Let's finish off all of the floors now in the last few minutes. So again, let's just pop this on and show you. Now, there's a little thing that my the guy who gave me my job in TV first years and years ago, a guy that we all know, you guys know as well, Mr. Mark Thatcher. He always said, said, Alan, you must go really slow with things on TV. That's why sometimes I'll do this so the camera can see it and everything. So that's why we go slow. But in this instance, just to show you how effective and how amazing this machine is, I'm just going to fly over all of these floors right now.
And it will work on all your floors, all your hard floors, all your carpeted areas, completely cordless, up to 50-minute run time, and that powered brush head, amazing.
Yeah, and super lightweight as well. So if you struggle with a big, heavy corded vacuum, the great thing about this is it's 2.6 kilos, the whole machine and the powered brush head, 2.6 kilos in weight. So maybe you've got a relative who's struggling with a big, heavy leaded vacuum. You could replace it with this for less than £100. 24-hour deal or while stocks last. As I say, we're definitely going to have a sellout in the blue. The green won't be far behind it. 303389. You'll see Alan's going straight from one floor surface to another. You do have two power levels on here, don't you, Alan?
It comes on standard, just like we have on right now. And then what we can do is we can turn it down to the eco mode as well if we want. And the eco mode will just give you less suction power, so it's more for people who, let's say, vacuum every day, who wouldn't have, you know, lots of dirt like we've put down on the floor just here. You would use that lower mode for that. And maybe you might be first thing in the morning while your partner is, you know, like tonight when I get home. Actually, I'm not going home tonight, I've got to go elsewhere, but you know, when you go home, you might stay up for an hour or two, and maybe if I wanted to do a bit of vacuuming, I'll put it on too.
Yeah, because it's quiet enough, isn't it?
Ellie's in the bed, or if I go to sleep and then Ellie gets up and wants to do some vacuuming, put it on.
I did that the other night, and you're like, you can't vacuum now. And you're like, well, actually, you can, because it's really, really, really quiet.
Super quiet.
Which is phenomenal. Remember, up to a 50-minute run time, and whatever carpet, hard floor, you have got the vacuum. But remember, it's a handheld vacuum as well. Take it out to the car, completely cordless, but then it's a reach vacuum. It ticks every single box.
I love the fact on the tiled floor here, you don't have to worry about the grouting. It's getting down into the grouting as well. The power is there, but the price isn't there. What a price on this machine.
The price is right. It's our lowest ever price, and we've only had it this price once before. Yeah, come on down, put this into your basket, check your baskets out. It is now going to be first come, first served. Though it was launched at midnight as a 24-hour offer up until midnight tonight, it is a bit of a situation because we've only been on air. We're coming up to just over 2 hours. And we've sold the majority of the stock. Yeah. So what stock is left will be available for you to buy. But sadly, I think if everybody checks out after this hour, and if all the people that are trying to buy the blue then go and buy the green, I think we'll have very tiny amounts of stock
and
left.
We must remind you the prices elsewhere are nothing like the price we've got it for you tonight. I don't know if we can take one last look at those prices before the end of the show. So 299041 is the blue, super limited stock, 10 times more people trying to buy it there. But at Pulte directly, for exactly the same machine, it's £249. At Amazon, where they have great deals, it's £195. It's nearly double the price we've got it for.
At Amazon, they do amazing prices. House of Fraser, £199. Costco, again, another place where you'd expect a really good deal. They've got the best deal, actually, £189, but it's still £90 more than our deal. Exactly the same vacuum with these same accessories, with the powered brush head, with the crevice tool, with the dusting brush, with the parking station. You've got to grab this deal. That's your details for your blue. Don't forget the green option. We'll give you the details really quickly for that as well. But remember, if you're going for the accessory kit, there's more people, I think, now ordering the blue accessory kit than stock is available, and the green isn't too far behind. So here's your details for the accessory kit. Don't kick yourself when you go and try and order this later and it's gone, and then you're looking at all the other price. This is normally £59, so both these are such a good deal.
450852, but we've got to finish with the details for the green vacuum for you, because that is absolutely crazy as well. Alan, one last less than a minute to Tell us.
Absolutely incredible machine. It's not a refurbished one you're getting. It's not a second-hand. It's not
Great
a return.
point.
This is directly sent out to you from Pulte, brand spanking new, and for 99 quid. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You found the bargain of the night, and I take no credit for you buying any of this tonight because the machine did all that.
It's a brilliant machine, isn't it?
It is, and it's an amazing machine. It's an upright, it's a handheld, it's a reach vacuum. Take it down to the summer house, take it out to the car. It's cordless, up to 50 minutes of power, 21.9 volts of power as well, which is amazing for a vacuum. And the pickup, you'll be blown away. My mum throws nothing away. Got this, the corded vacuum, out the door.
Out the door. 303389 is your item number. If you want to add it in, if you've got it in a basket, confirm your order. Check it out.
Please do check it out.
ShopOnTV.co.uk. Thank you so much as always, Alan.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you, everybody.
Well
Thank you
done.
to
If
you.
you get it, check your baskets out. Otherwise, you'll kick
Make
yourself.
sure.
See you later.
See you tomorrow.